StreamYard's trash.
I'm back.
Broken.
Trash. I will tell you that I voted against StreamYard's renewal. Somebody said we ran out of time. I said, I told you 2 weeks ago, don't renew it. Yeah, but you didn't tell me yesterday when the renewal was due. I don't know what to tell you. Trash. Hello, everybody. StreamYard's the service that we use or try to use to stream. It kind of collects all the stuff. You can put stuff in there. You can download slides to it and everything like that. It's currently under the weather because it's stupid. Much like Dom. Not stupid. Dom, not. Yeah, I was, except for being stupid, Dom. Oh, but Dom froze again. Shit. All right.
I'm freezing. I'm looking at you guys perfectly.
Okay.
That's great.
Okay, chat. Let's let Dom let that one go. Hey, we got a couple cool stuff. We're gonna break down Skeleton trailer. We actually got a whole section on the back end where we're gonna do kind of like some rumors and some like sneak peeks of stuff we have. And then like Dom sent us 15 clips of one dude's theory on one thing, so we'll add that into it. And what else do we have? Oh yeah, we got some books we're gonna look at, some of the rare ones, cool stuff there. I also am going to talk a little bit about cards for those people that want to stay on later for cards. If you saw my IG, man, I just love to make money. So there we go. And we'll tell you how I did in the tournament over the weekend. What else do we have? We got some news.
We might have another segment if StreamYard works.
Yeah, we might have another segment if StreamYard actually pulls through. Don't know if it will. Okay. All right. Well, without further ado, let's say hi to the couple people that are here. Happy Sunday. How did the Cowboys do today, Dom? Yeah. All right.
I'm done. My heart's already cut out with a spoon. I'm done.
So, Dom, you have a heart?
GTK Comics, thumbs up. Hi. You two stop already.
The blackness that flows through it.
Ruben. Hey, Ruben. We still haven't got gotta get Ruben out here so we can discuss etiquette when seeing stars. Ruben's IG, huh?
I got a call from HR for that particular thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's banned for
over it. Like you're friends with that person? Yeah, you got
sexual harassment 101.
No, we saw. No wonder Dom. Hey, listen, I gotta say, what's up to Giggles Fett? She did a great job posting pictures to Dom's Instagram. But no wonder you didn't see any of him with female actresses, because after Ruben's situation there, I think everybody from Red Division is banned at this point for taking pictures and interacting with female celebrities. So thanks a lot, Ruben. It's Sunday with the Dark Side crew. Can't wait for the show. And y'all have 100% permission to use any pic. SWIG. No, I don't think. I think if we do that, we get a strike from YouTube.
Yo, Ruben gets hugs. Ruben gets hugs, and I get autographs. That's all that matters.
Yeah, you got a good autograph, dude. Yeah, I am not jealous. I'm a little bit creeped out, bro. Still catching up after a couple weeks traveling, but okay, cool. Thank you, Tommy Longbox. Always tune in. Best Star Wars show on YouTube. Have a good one, fellas. There we go. Thank you very much, Tommy Longbox. Appreciate you. Dwayne Scott, no blue bear spotted in the second trailer. Hope. What the hell?
Hey, if I'm not mistaken, somebody had a bear rug, and it was Nubs. They have a bear rug. They cut Nubs open, gutted his ass, and made him a freaking goddamn floor ornament.
Dom's heavily medicated because he caught syphilis in the fucking con. Hopefully, hope may still exist in the galaxy far away. Mr. Appleman, hi everyone. Hi, greetings. I guess that's a salute. Dark Side crew. Let's hear about Skeleton and go Max. So it's not Max. It's Max Reno's, not Max Rebo's kid in Star Wars now.
We'll talk about that.
We might talk about that. Cool.
Yeah.
A lot. Yeah, there you go. At least he has a good attitude with it, bro. I don't know what's going on with you or Dom and your glamour shots lately at cons, but holy hell, good luck to you, boys. Okay. Let's get into it. Let's get into news.
Hey, I get a fucking lot of headway. People love that shit, man. People like look at me and go, yo, you're a fat guy. You're a good looking motherfucker. That's all that matters, man. What?
You know I've been to cons with you, right?
I know you've been to cons.
Okay. Whatever you say, buddy. Rhode Island's a different place, I guess.
All right, give me 1 minute. I got to try to get JJ's thing going.
Low standards.
It load up already.
Part of it did. Oh. I got to get the other half.
All right. So, Dom, how about you talk about Rhode Island then for a little bit? How was it? Who'd you get to see? What did you get to see? Who did you do?
Rhode Island was good. It was actually pretty packed. Actually, Friday was kind of empty because it started at 3 o'clock and then it ended at 9, but it was good. It built up. I got to see Ashley Eckstein again. She remembered me from New York City Comic Con. I told her I was going to come see her. She's like, "Oh, welcome back." Yeah, I remember you said you were going to come see me.
How much does she charge?
$125.
Yep, she said welcome
Damn.
back. I would too.
Yeah, welcome back. Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah, she'll welcome you back as many times as you want there, or $125.
Max, she's a damn sweetheart. I can tell you that. She's really nice. She loves her fans.
She's
She
a
actually
nice lady.
came late. She came late as usual. And so apparently they had problems with the fire marshals recently or whatever, and they had these lines that people in my back pocket. So I had this kid like close up to me, and they were like squeezing the line together. So it was like the kid was in my back pocket, but the kid actually I felt bad for the kid.
Like, was he like a little kid, or you just saying kid because you're like,
No, the kid, little kid. But he didn't know where to go, and then he followed me, and then we went online. So that he actually made a really cool helmet, Clone Wars helmet, trooper
neat.
helmet out of 3D printing. And it took him a while. It was the helmet that had the wings on it. It was the Thor. Remember, they had the episode with can't think of it, with the Thor, like the Thor wings, like it was like he had the wings inside, which actually was really, really cool. And the kid did it, and I was impressed.
That's cool.
That's great. Did you spend under or over 10 hours in line?
Under.
Oh, wow.
Way under. I got the VIP, so I was online quick. Boom, out. Yeah, so I only waited. Ashley Eckstein, she showed up late, so I was online there, but I was like maybe number 4, or actually number 3 online to see her. And then Sam Whitmore, I keep calling Sam Whitmore. Sam Whitmore. Where was it? How do you
Whitmer,
right? I say more. I don't know. But anyway, I waited on his line not that long because he went to lunch. He came back. I got there like 12 o'clock, a little bit over 12, and then he came in. And like I said, I got this beautiful piece.
That's cool.
Yeah, so
you can't see him anymore, but
yeah, but it's all right. Hey, listen.
Oh, that's cool. I like it.
Yeah,
you got them both done?
I got Ashley on Friday, and then Saturday I went to go see because he was there Saturday, and I did not get to see Ivana.
You didn't?
What?
So you know what happened? So apparently,
she knew you were coming, and she decided not to come.
No, yeah.
She saw Ruben's picture online, and she saw that you were friends with him. And
exactly.
Like, I'm out of here.
Exactly. So, kind of shortened the funds. I left the.
That's too bad. Yeah, you'll get her another time.
Yeah, come back around.
She'll be back again, but
yeah, she will.
Wait for season 2. You'll find her easily.
Yeah, she'll come back. Hopefully, she'll come back soon enough. But yeah, the con was good. You know, just there's a lot of Saturday. Was a lot of people on Saturday.
It's good. I can't imagine Rhode Island's like big, but maybe it is.
You know what's funny? I've been there twice already, and it has gotten bigger since the last time I went, and the fan follows. It's a lot. It's busy.
Yeah.
So especially the autograph.
It's a small state, but you're in a state that they probably don't have like a lot of cons in that state. So a lot of people like nearby that probably don't get to go to a lot of cons. So.
It's kind of crazy that the line when I got there, the line was around the corner for the VIP, and then it actually went up the block around another side, and then on the other side you had the regular people that were going in with the regular badges, and that line was like double. So it's pretty cool. It's
yeah, you weren't a peasant for once. Good for you.
Yeah. You know what? I tell you what. I always was against getting the VIP passes because I don't want to spend the money, but it actually is worth it because you get online quick and
it's worth it if you do your signatures and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
It's not worth it if you go to panels and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean you it's worth it for you. I think there are not too many people like you, but maybe I'm wrong. Just want to wait.
There's a lot. There's a lot of people. Believe me, it sucks because you had most of the cast members of the Clone Wars cartoon there. And what's his face who plays Anakin? He got sick.
Oh, no.
They had to cancel his. He was supposed to show up. And
Matt Leitner or whatever.
Yeah, he was sick. Yeah, so he couldn't make it, and they canceled. And then you had the gentleman that does the voice of Mace Windu.
Yeah,
he was there, Sam Wimmer, he was there, and Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, I can't think of his name, but he's there a lot too.
He's always there.
What's up,
Yeah.
Wookiee Fanatic?
All right, let's get into
All right,
news.
let's get to
Marco's
news.
back. Things look a little strange tonight because StreamYard. But anyways, we're gonna talk about this one later. I put it off this as a teaser. This week, if you are not on the internet, we got a new Skeleton Crew trailer, and exactly 1 month from today, we get episodes 1 and 2. So we'll talk about our excitement on that one. But that gets us into this one. I don't know if you know about this, but Marco is really big on signing online petitions. And so he sent like 50 petitions about this.
Actually, it's not the same species.
He was
Yeah,
really
right.
upset that Neil had arms.
Yeah.
And he said, I'm not going to be a Star Wars fan anymore.
I didn't
And
even do that,
actually-
dude. You know me. I just
It's
made a
not the
phone
same
call.
It
species.
actually worked.
All I did, one phone call. One phone call is all
It
it took.
actually worked because Star Wars this week confirmed that Neil is not the
Not
same
the same
species
species.
as
Told you
Max
guys
Steel.
all?
He is not
Yeah.
Ortolian. So
I told you all since the beginning. You didn't know. You didn't know.
Marco has a lot of pull within Star
Yeah.
Wars, and he got this thing
Signing
figured out. And
petitions
fixed.
My thing
online.
is how bad is that? Of course, Star Wars has done this before. Let's be honest. Or they've
Hey.
made, like one species incredibly similar to another species.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
it's
That's
still
all.
like a cheap knockoff. It's like buying like the Max Rebo Wish figure, and you end up with this kid.
Well, actually, there's a species that was in the Clone Wars cartoon. They were the same type of species, like an elephant species type of another elephant species. So
This is just it's because it was too hard to make the costume that would work
Yeah.
for Max Rebo.
Yeah.
They had to like do whatever. So anyway, Marco got this one.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Signing petitions. That's like YouTubers having actual jobs instead of being on welfare, bro. Like, come on, get out of here. No shot. No shot.
All right. So this is a weird story that came out this week. I don't know if anybody else saw this. It was revealed this week that originally Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan's names were reversed.
What the shit is this? Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan, Obi-Wan, Quag. What the
So,
shit?
At the originally,
Is this? Hold on. This is bullshit. Okay,
This is George Lucas changing it at the very end.
Time on. We're stopping the show at this point. Wayseeker did some bullshit news in these last 2 segments.
I did
What
not.
he's trying to do is blame it on this. Wait, we get it. There is a problem with StreamYard, but that is not why this looks like shit and this is bullshit. This is because you were lazy, Wayseeker. Just admit it. That's it.
No, wait. I'll explain it. So basically, originally, George Lucas called Qui-Gon Obi-Wan and Obi-Wan Qui-Gon. And it was based off of that, Obi-Wan, there's a name I haven't learned in a long time. So Obi-Wan dies by Maul. Qui-Gon decides to take his master's name. So Qui-Gon becomes Obi-Wan. And that was the way he wanted to tell the story about getting around. That's a name I haven't heard for a very long time, which is bizarro. It doesn't even make sense because Obi-Wan would be his name after that.
Yeah, people would have called him Obi-Wan. That would have made no sense.
But at the very end, he decided to change this. This is a really crappy decision, but this is your favorite person. Makes all the great decisions about Star Wars, Dom.
Well, that's stupid to begin with.
So,
Because
listen,
it's
look, at the end of the-
obvious. If it's obvious in the first movie that he's known as Ben Kenobi on Tatooine. So
Yeah.
that would be the reason why he hasn't heard the name Obi-Wan in a long time. I mean,
Yeah, this one got changed, thankfully, at the very last minute.
you know how many script changes there were that George Lucas went through? He had so many different things that, that were supposed to be the original trilogy that changed over the course of time.
No. He handed over 10 pieces of paper and said, "Good luck, guys. I'm gonna go sell some fucking toys." That's what happened. Like, come on. He's not a wordsmith. Let's just go.
Hey, look,
A lot of times his bright ideas ain't so bright. Like, as much as I appreciate him stealing Doom and making it better, like, let's be real. He had a lot of help doing that.
and Kurosawa movies.
Yeah, and Kurosawa movie shit. Thank you,
Yeah,
Kurosawa movies.
But anyway, I'm
Look,
glad
he
this
knew
didn't
it
happen
was.
because it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't help solve the thing that isn't even.
That's
a big
worse than the
deal.
line. Wait, I know some guy named Old Ben Kenobi up in the mountain. Like, what?
That's my thing. Like, he already explained why he wouldn't, why he would think it's been a while since he heard the name Obi-Wan. He
Yeah,
explained it in the first movie.
well, it's the same thing with Vader. I haven't felt that presence in a while, and then all of a sudden they met in the Obi-Wan series. So it kind
it's
of
been a while. I
Wait
get
a
it.
minute. I just figured out why the shit would you keep the last name?
I don't know.
You know, Kenobi, if you think about it, could be a clone. If you think about it, you know.
No, we are not thinking about Kenobi being a clone.
No, he could have been a clone. Kenobi. If you think of it, Obi-Wan Kenobi, come on. It could have been a clone down the road. You know, he could have changed that and made him that he really died and he had a clone. Hey, anything's possible in Star Wars. It's Star Wars.
Wait, what are you saying? No,
saying
go
Obi-Wan
next. No.
Continue
Sorry.
forward.
This was kind of cool. I know
word.
lots of people like Darth Plagueis' novel. They are going to be doing a new Signs sprayed edition. This one's getting re-released in the Legends collection. Anyways, this is going to be Inkstone's exclusive cover that's limited to 500 copies. It's coming out on November 24th.
I want Death Troopers.
So if you like this book and you want to pick it up, a hardcover, because hardcovers are really expensive. It's like $40 for the old ones. This is probably an interesting way of doing that. I like that. I really like the back cover. Plagueis.
This is really cool, so I can pick it up to read for Acolyte Season 2. Oh, wait.
Oh, yeah. That was the hope, but...
Well, also, too, there's a little bit about that this wouldn't match up with Acolyte. I mean, there's that part, too.
Yeah.
I mean, there's that part. There's the part where, this story doesn't match up at all with Acolyte. But besides that, dude, you could do that.
But it's a good book.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, is it though? No, it's a pretty good book.
It's a good book.
It's a pretty good book.
It's pretty good for a Star Wars book.
Yeah,
Awesome.
It's pretty good, but like the collusion of the like Sith portion is probably like the whole thing about like his old where he came up and all that, like the background story of him, pretty good.
The ending gets
once it
rushed.
starts getting into the whole master apprentice thing, it starts to get funky.
It probably could have been like a 2-part book because I feel like the ending of this book's a little rushed.
There you go. That's perfect. Yeah, I think it would too because you could extend it out a little bit and clarify and like develop some characters. Good. I agree with JJ.
This is a hardcover, right? Definitely, right? The hardcover.
Yeah,
because
hardcover.
The other books that came out were soft covers. The remakes.
This is the limited edition one. The other ones are still going to be soft covers. This is the limited edition one.
Yeah.
There's also the Dark Troopers that is dropping too, which.
Yeah, but I don't think they're doing a limited edition.
Yeah, they are doing a limited edition too.
Oh, they didn't see that one.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, dude, see, Dom's
I'll
got
put it next week. Dom, put it in chat. I'll put it next week.
I'll put it. All right.
We had a big Star Wars auction in the UK this week, and it was 10
Stop stealing our shit.
Somebody's big collection. It sold for a lot higher. Prices were all over the board. Were a lot higher than expected. So the whole collection sold for almost $250,000. We had the rail vinyl cap Jawa figure, which fetched $12K. The Meccano Boba Fett, that one's Bob.
I bought that one.
Dom picked that one up for over $10K.
Wait a minute. If they said this was at pawn stores, and pawn stores is in the US, then why the hell is it selling in the UK? They stole it. I'm telling you.
They might have stolen it.
Shit.
Who
This
knows?
is all they do. They steal shit. These numbers are even
There's
fake.
more than one. There's more than one.
Fake. Fake.
It's not fake.
Fake.
Fake news.
Fake news. Thieves. Throw some tea in the lake. Fake.
But
Except for all the people over there that watch our show, we appreciate
it's bode well for the Star Wars toy market. Toy market is doing really well. I know the comic market is staying pretty flat. We haven't seen it picked up, but toy market seems to be still pretty strong. So for these old, particularly high valued toys.
Yeah, Dwayne. Yeah, I dropped 10 grand like that. My wife will kick me out. I'll be doing this show from a motorhome somewhere.
You don't have a Meccano Boba Fett, do you?
Nope. And I don't know if I ever will, unless I get lucky in buying
You could sell half of those things behind you and save some money and buy one good thing.
My storage unit is my savior of getting a Grail Boba Fett down the road one day.
That would be it's a
Get
cool
it
one.
now before later. Dude, look at Boba Fett really isn't even that popular because the Jawa sold for more than them.
Hey, it's all right. Yeah, you know what? I'll take it because now Boba Fett's pieces will go down a little bit.
Yeah.
Then when it dips, you buy it.
All the prices came in about 40% higher than they expected. So it was good to see. I don't know about you, you're Darth Vader fans. Ruben's going to be a fan of this. Team Seth is going to be a fan of this. Bubba Wallace partnered with Star Wars, and there will be a Vader-inspired car and gear. He's got a Vader helmet and everything else. He's going to be wearing in next week's Cup Championship race. And it is a lead-in. Columbia announced that they are going to release their upcoming Vader line of clothing on November.
Let's go watch some car.
Hey,
So,
did you take this? I sent this to you, unless we had that already. I sent it to you when I seen it on.
You sent so many things. I don't even look at half of them, Dom.
You see, I don't understand why nobody looks at the shit I send, man. I'm tired of that, man.
No, because what? Hold on, Dom. Let's be honest.
Come on.
First off,
I
half the stuff you said. Hold on, half the stuff you said. Somebody's already put in chat. You don't look at it, and then you just send something afterwards and say,
no,
"Yeah,
but
see, that's what I'm talking about."
It's there, and then everybody doesn't look at it, and then all of a sudden somebody else pops up with it, like freaking goddamn Bruce. I send him so much shit. He posts stuff, and they look at it. I'm tired of sending shit, man. I'm wasting my valuable time on putting out content. Jesus Christ.
You don't
listen.
Hey,
hold on. Time out.
Of the time,
time out. Time out.
In chat.
Dom, did you hear anything I just said? 90% of the time, somebody's already posted something in chat. 3 hours later, you will post the exact same thing, but instead of directly from the article, it will be an IG post from somebody else.
Yeah, from the article, but it's still the same article.
But Dom, it's already in the chat.
No, it's an Instagram post that I have to then go on Instagram to figure out.
Dom, no, hold on. I don't think you understand. It's already in the chat.
But if it's not in the chat, I'll send it, and all of a sudden somebody else will send something later. Dude, you guys have been doing that for friggin' years, you guys, and I've been friggin' wasting my goddamn time. Man.
That might be somebody else's chat. That ain't in the dark side chat.
All I know is my time is precious, man, and people get paid for that shit. So
get paid for what?
Pay for good content, goddammit.
You're not repeating somebody else's content that you took off IG is not good content, bro.
Yo, listen, I tell you in real time all the damn time.
Dom, do you really want me to pull up the timeline thing where it literally will have somebody's posted? We did this before. It'll have somebody's shit, and then 3 hours later, it'll have your shit. All right, we'll get into it later.
It's just Columbia's main website.
Hey, hold on. By the way, all those shirts that you guys make fun of me wearing with the things, they're Columbians. That's what I wear. That the PGX line. So
yeah,
hopefully they make
Columbia's website is. I don't know what it is. Could be Columbia.com, whatever.
It's Columbia.
The Columbia clothing that comes.
Yeah, I know. I just know the website off the top of my head is. Doesn't matter. You'll find it.
Dude,
they had the Book of Boba Fett. They had the
and
Rebel.
Wookiee, this is exactly right. Like sometimes he posts like 20 things in a day, and only one of them are actually real. And
no, we're not even gonna get into that.
He expects us to go through it all.
No,
tell you, so I got some good quality. I find out this shit way before. I'm on IG all the goddamn time.
Okay, no, but then see that. You're just posting on somebody else posted.
No, dude, but I tell you what, the fact is that I see it and you guys don't even post anything.
90% of the stuff on IG isn't real.
It is real half the fucking time.
Well, a lot of it too comes from stuff that I've already seen. Because I read the stuff that they pull the IG from. Like
wait, I'm trying to. Hey, hold on. Is this? Hey, first off, Dom, stop with that nonsense because we could be cooking Wayseeker a lot better right now than that, but you're fucking it all up. Hey, Wayseeker, what part of the website is this shit on?
What do you mean? StarWars.com is where I got this from.
Yeah, you said it's like Columbia's website. I'm on Columbia's
No.
website.
He wants to know where you're going to be able to buy this stuff on November 19th.
19th. It's not going to be on the website.
Well, probably Columbia. The Columbia website.
Do we have any previews of any of this stuff?
No, they're not doing any of that till 19th. Nope. They're going to put it all up then.
No, not. How are you? Come on. I'm going to check and see if you're lying.
I'll look for it beforehand, but there's nothing yet.
No, I'm looking for it right now.
Go ahead. You won't find anything.
If it's going to be anything like the Book of Boba Fett and the Rebel Alliance, the Luke Skywalker stuff,
it's going to be like the Luke stuff from last year.
It's going to be good stuff.
It was solid, no doubt.
Yeah.
They do it every year. They do something different. All right, but for clothing, RSVLS, LTS, they did some new golf polos for you golfers. You got a Star Wars Creatures polo that Marco wants really bad. With the
I'm looking at the shit right now.
What?
These
are the new polos coming out for
what?
RSVLTS, a company. They're doing Star Wars polos.
Yeah.
They got the Creatures one. They got the Cloud City one. You got the Star one.
Tall. I need extra tall. I have a large torso.
And then you got a Bantha Milk one. Who wants the Bantha Milk polo?
Oh, I do.
I like the one.
Not passing that shit.
You like?
It depends. It depends on the quality too. I've never heard of this company before. Let me see.
And you know what, Bruce?
No, they made Star Wars stuff for a long time.
Oops, RSTS. Yeah, what is it called?
RS.
RSVLTS. They do stuff Star Wars stuff all the time.
Those
Okay.
bolts.
Yep.
All right.
But she also got this hat. I like this hat. I think that's a cool hat. I like the color. You got that cool golf shirt with the sand trap. It's a trap. I kind of think that would be
That's
clever.
stupid.
If it's a fitted hats are very funny. I'm not a big hat wearer. And I don't like sometimes the fitted hats don't look good, man, at all. If that's a fitted hat, don't like it.
Okay. And then you got the creature shirt. For those the creatures. You also got your golf bag.
What is this? Oh, how do we do this?
Who?
That's your Johnson warmers.
Do you? That's what you could use it for. You can get that Boba Fett for you. I mean, the Han.
They made friggin' Han's neck. Look at Han's neck.
I know.
How short were you on news this week?
Really bad. There's only one more story. We have nothing this week.
Damn.
Dude, there's so many better shirts too you could have shown to this. What are you doing?
These are the brand new ones that just came out this
No,
week.
this one just
new
came
line,
out.
though.
It's called the Little Troopers. It's really actually pretty damn cool. It's got all the trooper hats on it. $70, short sleeve shirt. There's one. Oh my god! They don't sell it XL.
I lined this one perfectly for you, Marco.
They sell it in 4X. They sell it in 4X, but they don't have it in tall. So I'm not buying any of this.
But you also got your golf ball stickers you can put on it so you can know which golf ball.
Oh my god! Some of these shirts are really cool, man.
Yes, he is.
I agree.
Yes, he is horrible. Come on,
All right.
all the news.
And the last thing I think I have on the
No,
list-
don't even go. Last thing. This is horrible. Hold on. We need to pull up the screen of the cool shit. There's so much cool shit here.
No, actually, that's pretty damn cool.
I don't
Dude,
know
what about the
that's new,
Sarlacc?
though. They've
Why next
you've heard of
Halloween?
it doesn't mean it's new.
What?
They've sold
Why
Star Wars
next
stuff forever.
Halloween?
No, they said this is the new stuff. I'm in the new collection. Oh my gosh! Do you see? They had a Thawne reversible bomber
Did
jacket.
you look at what we're talking about on the screens?
No, because this is. Oh, hey! They got a
That-
freaking short
Yo,
sleeve
freaking-
T-shirt. That's
Dude.
the band.
Why next
No,
Halloween? Why not
pre-orders-
now?
I don't know. The pre-orders come out at the end of the month.
Hey,
So-
hey, guess what? Hey, Dom, they restocked a Bounty Hunter Day Boba Fett performance hoodie. It's really cool. You should get it. It's $82.
I actually like this. The Yak Face is coming out with an Ren helmet and lightsaber.
Yak Face?
So this is.
Oh, no,
Yak
he's
Face
not.
announced
He's Yak Face doesn't make stuff. He announced it.
The announcements of Yank.
He announced it. So.
Yak Face is one of the biggest
Yeah.
guys
He's
on,
got a lot of stuff on it.
on Instagram.
I love that helmet. The helmet is sweet. So,
Not all the previously stuff. I was looking at both.
so this is the tie-in because later we're going to go over Knights of Ren comics and give a preview. Of,
Are you trying to blame your news segment on fucking?
So,
No!
Please tell me your news segment is this bad because of
So,
StreamYard.
Who thinks they're actually going to be able to use the Force and see through that fucking helmet?
Yeah,
Well,
I see it.
actually, I don't think you
Yeah.
wear that helmet. It's not a helmet you
No?
wear. It's just a.
It's just a display helmet. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
I can see some idiot putting it on and I can drive to the Halloween party now.
It says
That would
today's
be
launch.
funny.
They launched today, dude. Look
Yeah.
at it. It says today's launch. Dub. Go back to the site. Look, it says today's launch. Okay, but
Yeah.
Anyway, I actually like this. Yeah, it is a week.
what's the helmet thing? How much that could cost? Wait, what?
It is a
We
week.
didn't even get to ask how much stuff cost. Wayseeker, that was piss
No,
poor.
that week. Those.
that was piss poor. That was piss poor.
Oh, I think it was $3.99.
What a piss poor
For
job.
the helmet,
Think so.
All right, let's get
Maybe
into
maybe.
this week's comics. Star Wars Insurgents Rising. We had a question on this. Let's go for this one first. Let's get rid of this. What do you guys think of this? This is a setup for that wedding issue. The art's very interesting on the inside. We had the Scarlet guys. It actually kind of feels like a child's book, so I don't have a problem with it that much.
Yeah.
But why did it take us fucking 3 years and 10 issues to get to a child story? I don't know.
I think this one just has no purpose right now. They're getting to the wedding. You're right. I love Ram, so it was good to see Ram, but the story's going nowhere.
Yeah, it literally. Well, no, they're setting up to do the one shot, which we'll talk about later, which really means that they're really setting up for nowhere. Not good.
So,
Not good.
no, this is a disappointing.
And they
comic.
keep having Acolyte there, but it doesn't really link to Acolyte. All right, this was the better of the story. It's still doing good. Star Wars: The Battle of Jakku. Is this 4? Was this 4?
Three.
This is
Three.
3.
4 is
3.
next week.
So here's the thing. Spoiler alert. Somebody shows up with a red lightsaber and in a hood. We assume it's a Sith because they told us there was going to be a Sith showing up. Wayseeker, who do you think the Sith is?
I think it's Inquisitor.
Or Inquisitor, I mean. Yeah. Who do you think the Inquisitor is? It's still a Sith type character.
Who?
Do you think it's somebody new?
No.
You think it's somebody old?
I think it's one of the Inquisitors we already know.
And then they're going to fight Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
You think an Inquisitor that's not dead yet, that we already know who's left? Wait, okay, what Inquisitors are left alive?
We don't know.
After Rebels.
What if they're not?
Baron Afi?
What?
Afi?
No, she's not Inquisitor anymore.
She doesn't.
Reva?
No. Reva, she walked away.
Lorak
She's
or
good
whatever
now.
his name is technically alive, sort of.
Lorak, yeah.
Cal Kestis?
He's an Inquisitor. They're not going to put him in a comic book.
Are you just naming people? You're just naming
You
people.
don't
like
know.
this
You don't know who is alive and who's not alive because you've never
John?
confirmed
Is
any
it
of the
John
deaths.
Norwood?
Yeah, John. Is it Timmy? It could be Timmy Two Toes. Could be. Wayseeker, how are you going to preview this in the beginning? Like, hey, does everybody have a guess? I'm like, yeah, we'll do it here. We can do it now.
I think it might be. I think it's going to be Reva. That's what I think. I think it will be Reva.
No. That'd be the worst decision. No.
Why?
She should be gone and forgotten. That's it. I'm sorry.
So you think it's going to be a brand new Inquisitor we haven't seen before?
No, I think it's somebody that we know.
Then who? That is an Inquisitor. Don't put like Kyle Kestis.
No. You know what? What about
Murak. He's gonna say Murak. Everybody.
No, I'm not gonna say Marat.
No, I don't think it is Murak because it was. I think you would have at least seen some of a mask or something or
That
reflection.
guy, the mask doesn't look right.
The
to me.
mask all look the
outfit
fucking
doesn't look
same.
right.
for
Well,
that.
you know what? Okay, aside, he's alive actually at the time because it's just
We don't know
before-
if he's alive. He could be a ghost by now.
No, but he is alive. He's
That's
alive
the
now
thing.
because it takes
That's
place
my
before
point. You don't know
fucking,
who's alive and
Ahsoka.
who's not alive because you've not seen 90% of their deaths.
But
Well, he said, wait, Murak was in Ahsoka?
in Ahsoka, yes. So this
As a
is
ghost or
and
whatever
Tales,
that
is.
was.
Zombie
and
guy.
Tales of the Empire. So
Yeah,
so he's alive in that time period. He's alive.
Well, no, we don't. He physically the
Well, we
physical
don't
version
know
of him,
if
not the
he's a
ghost.
physical person yet because he was just.
Well, you
dead.
start out as a physical person, then you
Yeah.
turn to ghost.
He was a
So-
ghost by Ahsoka. He could be a ghost right now. I don't know. I don't think
Inquisitor?
it's Eric.
The Grand Inquisitor.
Mark.
No, Grand
Grand
Inquisitor's
Inquisitor's
dead. Yeah, he's
Okay.
dead by now.
Luke already met him.
Yeah.
In ghost
Yeah.
form.
Library.
Yeah.
As a
I
spirit.
mean,
Yeah, the spirit.
maybe
yeah.
Luke does kill him and the witches bring him back up. I don't know. I think it will be somebody we've seen. I don't think we're going to introduce somebody else into this.
His
for
clone.
Inquisitor.
Luke's
Did we-
clone.
Who's writing
Did we ever
this?
figure out- Did we ever
Wait,
figure
time out.
what-
Who's writing this? If it's Soul, it'll be somebody
It's not
fucking
Soul.
new.
It's not somebody
Okay,
that we.
Okay, all right.
It's not a
And
main
how about
person.
how about Luke?
Yeah, Luke
Yeah.
kills Murak and then they bring him back alive. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll find out next week.
Maul.
Yeah, that we
Yes.
Maul,
It's not Maul.
not Maul.
I know. It's
So
not.
you're going to be mad if it's Reva?
You know what? She's
Probably
still
right.
alive, but the whole fact, why would she fight Luke now? Because the fact is that she walked away and she
What?
she's no longer bad.
What happened to Fish? What happened to Fish Inquisitor?
Yeah,
Fish Girl Inquisitor.
I just said you don't know what happened.
No, I know. That's what I'm asking you. I'm asking you if
What
we
about
know.
Queen
We
Rush?
know.
Queen
Huh?
Rush?
She could be alive.
You
Queen
don't know
Rush?
what.
Maybe.
You don't. Some of them that we think are dead, we don't even know if they're dead. Like remember
Yeah,
the little sister whose armor just like appeared out of nowhere, and what's her name stole her identity. We don't know that she's dead.
Yeah, and didn't Fat Sister die once and then come back too?
This one doesn't
Yeah.
seem fat, though. I don't think it's Fat Sister.
No, I know. I'm just asking.
Nia
I'm
Jax.
asking questions.
Nia Jack.
Not only that, there's if say there's 10 male and 10 female, there's still like what 4 we haven't even heard.
That's
of
what I'm
yet?
saying. It could be one of the new ones. That's
And
why I
I
was
think when
asking
they
if it's
die,
Soul.
somebody just moves up.
Yeah, Ruben. I don't think so. I think that story. If it is Reva, Reva. You know what?
McIntyre? Reba?
Reba.
Yeah.
Bust
All
that
right.
dog.
Next week we'll figure it out because hopefully we will. Because if not, it's number 404, and then they'll just
Yeah,
drag
why is
that
she?
out.
Why is the chick looking like Deathstroke the Terminator? What's her name? The daughter of Deathstroke from
That's
DC Comics.
Bliss.
On the
Bliss? Is that who you're asking?
Mhm.
Okay.
It's
Good.
cool. I like that cover.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably the best cover. It's just the B cover too, or C cover. Well, yeah, B cover. And then here we go. For some reason, we got Waste of Space still going on. But hey, Dom, you got the Not In Between the World of Worlds.
That's the
and
World
we got
Between Worlds, baby.
110.
World Between Worlds.
Christ. All right.
You know what I thought of that? The exact same thing I thought of the show because it's the same.
Thanks, Dubs. Yeah,
Thank you, Dub. All right. Then we've got the end of the Battle of Jakku, the Republic Under Siege, which is the second mini series in this. I kind of like. Do you guys like that they're doing this? They're just doing 4-part mini series.
Yes, I do.
Sure.
Yeah, kind of figures on the guys. I mean,
I
I
kind
hope
of
they
like it
stop.
because of how quickly it's coming out.
Yeah, because it's coming out one every day.
Is it the
The
first
question
appearance?
is, what do they do after
This guy?
Well, there's 3 of these. Is there 3 or 4?
3, and then they get into the main line. So this
Then
is
they
just
get
a
to
bridge
mainline,
to the
yeah.
main
Then
line.
it's
So we're
just
getting
bridge.
the Kylo thing after.
And let me ask you a question. Is
Yes.
this the first appearance of did he show up in the shadow in the last issue?
We don't know because there's going to be 3 other issues just in here, and I assume that he's going to show up.
It'll be a first cover because we haven't seen him on a cover yet.
Yeah,
but
first
yeah.
cover, but he probably shows up in at least, if not 2, the issue before this.
Yeah.
Do you think after they finish this miniseries, I know they're going to Kylo. I know they're doing the Kylo. You think they're going to cut off all the ongoing series?
Yeah,
and do the miniseries?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know, but this seems to be a success. People are actually buying this and reading it, so maybe they'll.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe for once they'll look at the statistics and say, "Hey, this is a good deal." I mean, I don't know what the order number is on it, but
my friend from Midtown Comics is like, "Dom, are you reading this?" He goes, "I'm buying this." He goes, "This is awesome. The series."
they let you back in.
Yeah, they let me back in a long time ago, man. I went through the back door.
You don't buy anything.
I do buy things.
Stop giving him a hard time. You're gonna get him. No, stop. We're not gonna get Dom banned from it again. Stop. We're all gonna move along.
We didn't get Dom banned.
Yes, you do, because you push. No, Wayseeker, you push his buttons, and then he does the "you know what I'm saying" thing, and then he says something they shouldn't say because he doesn't know what he's saying, and you know that, and then he gets banned. Okay,
that's not why he got banned.
Stop, Wayseeker. FOC. Just here. This is the Wayseeker special because this is what he wants all Star Wars to be. Just marriage specials the whole fucking time, so we don't actually have real books out there.
I didn't put it in news, but one of the news this week was they released a wedding invitation to this wedding. So people got wedding invitations with it, save the date for December 18th or whatever it is.
That's cool, dude. So if we have a toilet paper shortage again, we know the first thing you're wiping your ass.
Let me ask you a question.
What?
You know,
hold on. Before we get into talking shit about this, a friend of our show, somebody who came here and supported us, they have the A cover this week. If you're going to buy one of these books, please buy the first cover, the A cover. Thank you very much. She was good enough to come out, support us. Let's make sure we support them, okay? All right. Now let's shit on this book. Okay.
No, now let me ask you a question now. That many people are buying these books to have them make a fucking wedding invitation. I don't believe that shit. I think they're a waste of paper. I think they're wasting time. I don't think the initiative to this story is going anywhere. That's it.
The only thing that I would give this series at this point, besides being a waste of space, is at least the one thing that I always argue for on this show and Tax Show is let's get new artists in space and give them a shot, and not just like a one-off shot. Like give them a couple, give them some working thing, as we can see from our girl. Isn't this her like 4th or 5th cover?
This is her 4th cover, and the one on the right is the first cover. That's right. Am I right about this, JJ? This is the one that does the mangas, right?
Yes.
No, it's the middle one, isn't it?
I think it's the one on the right.
No, I think it's the one on the right.
Okay.
Right. So they do awesome covers. They've done for the Japanese mangas, and this would be their first, I think, comic cover.
But hold on now. You know this comes with.
Hey,
once again, this comes with a hefty like $8 price tag. So
they better take that Century Before the Acolyte thing off the books, because nobody wants to see that.
It's too late for that.
Anyways, yeah. So there you go with that. I won't be reading this. I won't even be reviewing this, to be honest with you.
I'll read it.
I'm gonna buy 1 or 2 to support our friend. As I bought like 10 of her last things when she came on the show, or 15, but I will not be buying any of the other. Well, I'll buy one of the MAGA one because it's the first.
My opinion is 2 things on this. One, am I that interested in it? No, probably not.
Yes,
can it be
that's
worse?
not true.
Can it be any worse than a bake-off special? No, probably
I'll
not.
buy it.
Oh, fair.
I'll buy it if they did that.
Let's consider where this series has gone in the past and ask yourself, is this any worse than that?
The bake-off special was the race, right? With the gardener? that Wayseeker swore was going to be a thing.
The best comic of all time.
Yep.
I got a stack of 1 in 10s in a box over here.
Dude, that was like that is the biggest pump and wannabe dump I've ever heard go wrong.
Let's not act like our expectations are high or that this will be any worse than that.
Oh no! I'm expecting same level of shittiness, bro. Like, once again, the only reason is because we're supporting one of our friends. The only reason I'm buying this book. That's the only reason. It's because I have money to fucking literally burn because the inside's probably the carpet is not going to match the drape. Is that what they say?
I've never heard that before, but sure.
Yeah, yes. I don't know how that relates to this.
You never heard about that before?
The outsides don't match the insides, bud.
So,
well said, JJ.
I'll read
it. Hey, Wookiee Fanatic. Hey, okay, Wookiee Fanatic. You can read this stuff. Go ahead and read it. I mean, hey, brother, I love you, but there's no.
Did you read the Bake Off special?
I read the Bake Off.
Yeah, so I could make fun of fucking Wayseeker.
All those old Jedi that I thought were going to be so important in Phase 2 that never showed up ever again.
All right, I'm gonna read this next week. I'm I'm buying the book either way. So.
It's not next week. It's December 18th, but whatever.
Or December 18th, whatever.
The FOC.
Yeah. Anyway, support our girl and cover A.
I will say this: at least the wedding special ties into the Bake Off thing was just like inanely stupid. Right. At least this kind of ties into the story of a culmination of a relationship between characters.
Right, I get that, but that's because they pigeonholed this part of the story in the entire story for 12 issues.
I don't disagree with that. Well, I'm just saying at least there's some point to this.
Maybe. The only reason, hold on now. It's gotten so bad that the only thing they did was mention it in the last book. In the book before that, they didn't even do that anymore. So they've even kind of given up on this fucking...
I don't get what happened. Is Dark Horse like allergic to annuals too?
Hey, Repair Tech Tony.
Why not just make this like an annual? And
well, they are doing an annual next year, 2020. So they're going to do an annual.
Like, why wasn't this the annual? And you could have got, instead of like building it up for like a stupid amount of months, you could have got it out of the way. But.
I mean, that would make more sense. I just think they don't know what story they want to tell. So I mean, Phase 3. The more I go through Phase 3, the more problems I have with Phase 3.
Yeah, I think the guy that was in charge of this too. I mean, I like him, but I think Mr. Daniel Older has been a little bit too busy doing other stuff than paying attention to comics. So.
I was talking to somebody, and I'm like, online, that's been big into Phase 3, and they've kind of given up on parts of it too. Like the whole Blight doesn't make sense the more you think about it. Things just don't make sense for Phase 3. Like
I think if they put Blight into Phase 2
years, the Blight should have showed up 150 years ago, because last time the Nameless showed up, the Blight happened. The whole thing.
Well, I think hold on now, and I think when we look back on it, I think what happened was they were expecting to have the Drain Gear play a bigger part, and it went so poorly. They had to get there. They tried to feel their way around like blind fucking squirrels through Phase 2 to figure out somehow how to make something relevant, instead of just focusing on the Rowe family and pushing that out as the big bad.
Yeah,
because they still want to make him look even badder, which like sometimes you just got to make a bad guy look like a fucking bad guy, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes Thanos snaps his fingers. I mean, good luck with finishing that shitty ass Mace book. Let us know how that goes. All right. Well, that's all we've got for comics this week. So that's kind of rough. But hey, let's get it. It's all right. That'll get us into a little bit quicker. That'll get us into the one thing we're coming for, and the thing that Dom's trying not to fall asleep for. Skeleton Crew. Now, I just gotta say, I have been pessimistic at best over, huh?
I would use the word harsh.
I've set my expectations lower than normal. I think is what I mean. I set my expectations usually pretty low for this stuff, but I have set it even lower for this series. And after this trailer, I have to readjust my expectations, and I don't want to, because I want to keep them extremely low. But I actually kind of like the trailer, so let's get into it.
Change your expectations. We've seen We've seen good trailers before. It hasn't.
Zip your lips, Wayseeker. Don't hate on my parade. Not everybody likes a rainy fucking day every day, buddy. All right, so we got two of the main characters. We got Fern here and Wim. Hey, listen, I started to put their names in there because the shit names are crazy that they're putting out there. So whatever. But we got this one broad. Her name's Fern. We got this dude. His name's Wim. They're pretty much two main characters. They start off the trailer. No, not here. Not with these two. Well, Wim's a little bit fucking weird. You walk around, you call somebody Wim.
I don't know. You got another card. You got another character named Ram. So I mean, it's not like.
Well, yeah, that's a weird name. Yeah. I wouldn't call nobody Ram. All right. Anyways, they're sitting outside what looks to be the principal's office. Turns out the dude's dad rolls up and's like, "What the shit are you doing here, son?" He's like, "It's 100% it's 100% unacceptable. Unacceptable. Yes.
Yep. Unacceptable.
Ramrod Ragusin." And then we get a little picture, nice little robot in the background. We get Fern's mom. This lady's been identified in an article as Fern's mom. We also got the back ears of Yoda's boyfriend here, or whatever the fuck this thing is. Kind of cool. We're getting many aliens. That's going to be awesome. Dom,
I'm happy about that.
We are getting a shit ton of droids, by the way. And then we see these guys outside chilling on a rock thing. We see Shovel about to whack the boy squad from the girl squad in the head. If you haven't been reading up on your Star Wars stuff, it distinctly says there's two squads pretty much here. There's the dude squad and the chick squad. And the dude squad consists of our man Wim with a dude named Neil, who, by the way, as you know, Wayseeker has told you, as I had told you months ago, that is not the same species as Max Rebo. It's finally been revealed that. Either way, cool looking dude. I liked a lot of it. We got a lot of shots of that dude. He looks really good, man. Like, I know we've talked about money before or where it's getting spent. And we were, Dom, were you nervous? I thought you said you were nervous about the budget in this one. We weren't going to get some good effects.
No. I never said about this one. I actually
Practical
when it first dropped, I told you I liked it. The Goonies in space. I thought because the aliens, I know there's gonna be a lot of aliens, but I don't know what the budget for this is. But
it's going to be pretty small, I think.
I don't know about Goonies in space, but this looks. I think that's just. I hate when they do shit.
Watts.
This seems
Spider-Man.
I'll tell you. I think it's got more themes towards the Indiana Jones style thing than it does Goonies, but whatever.
Well,
I mean,
listen,
do we have to compare everything to something else? Because remember, what they compare Acolyte to?
Yeah, I forget.
I can't remember, but whatever the fuck it wasn't anything like that.
No.
So KB's the girl that's got the blonde hair and the visor thing. Yeah, so just so you know. But apparently they team up, and they team up for all this spooky mystery stuff. We're going to go in little holes. We're going to open stuff. It's a ship. We all know it's a ship. It's a ship. Frozen and Kill Bill?
Yeah,
huh?
Frozen and Kill Bill. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
What's that about?
That was Acolyte, Frozen and Kill Bill.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Ruben friggin' memorizes every goddamn aspect of every goddamn thing to this, every goddamn
Wait,
stuff.
hold on. Which part of Acolyte was Frozen
That's
and which
what I'm
part
trying
was
to say.
Kill Bill?
Listen, I forgot. Once
Two
I watched the
sisters.
Acolyte.
Frozen was about two sisters.
Two sisters.
It was two
and
sisters.
Oh,
the
so
whole beginning
anything,
sequence.
whenever there's two sisters, it's fucking Frozen? Okay.
Yep.
Shut the fuck up. All right.
And
Well,
Kill
anyways,
Bill.
they start.
Well,
They say don't touch the shit. They touch the shit. As they should. Go ahead, Dom. What's up?
I'm saying Kill Bill. It was Kill Bill because actually think about it. The 5th episode when he
didn't ask about Kill Bill. He asked about Frozen.
I know, but Frozen. It says Frozen and Kill Bill. That's what it was.
We got the Kill Bill part.
Yeah. Frozen. The two sisters. One good. Bad.
Moving along to the thing that we're reviewing right now. Like,
I'm just saying. That's what it was about. Anyway.
Marco is so glad to hang out with us tonight.
One day I'm gonna write a fucking book about my life.
Nobody's gonna read it.
Fuck is this? Yeah, people will read it. Just probably none of you.
I
don't know if any of you can
I
read.
just want to see. I just want to see Wave Secret person smack in the back of the head and go McFly. Just whack him in the back of the head.
Today I'm kind of down with him. I'm down with him
telling
hitting
you,
you in the back
man.
of the head. I'm okay with that. All right. We're lost. So they get in the ship. The ship looks, this is what I was saying about the budget, because like I know that's been coming up with a lot of stuff, but everything here, including Neil and how Neil was moving around, how the ship lights up, everything looks pretty good. There was, as we see back here in some of the series, they were using a lot of the gray screens and the smog look too to cover up stuff. But when you get inside the cockpit and everything else, it looks pretty good. It's pretty well defined. Shit, JJ, it usually isn't.
no, I'm laughing because you said it's to cover up stuff. I think it's for effect. Like it's
Yeah,
supposed
effect
be
to cover
spooky
up,
for
but they ain't got the
kids.
budget to show you shit. Anyways, there is this part. I actually don't know where this was. Originally, I thought this was in the ship that they had taken over because the cockpit of the ship does look similar to theirs. Where somebody says, like if you're hearing this, da 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 da, and they show us a thing. But I think it's going to be later. I think there's more to this than just pirates. And I don't think this is the person that says if you're hearing this. I think this is kind of going to be a little bit more of a police force that we're going to see there later. But we'll get into that later. They show us this picture. I couldn't get it and blow it up any grainier than this because of the lights they use, and they don't want you really stealing pictures of it. But this is the shipyard where the ship ends up taking them to, and then we get the whole pirate scene. It's a whole, oh man, look at you got all these credits. They're from the Old Republic, and I don't think they mean like the Old Republic, like the Old Republic. I think they mean like the old, like a republic a long time ago.
Yeah,
we get to see this dude, pirate guy. We already knew he was going to be there. But they're at Benihana's, flipping up some shrimp, making a fucking rice volcano there. And who shows up? A pirate boy. We got a lot of action. I mean, for one of these movies that's got a little bit of thriller, we throw the kids outside in spacesuits. That droid's kind of badass, right? We've been looking for, like, everybody thinks K2SO is one of the badder ass droids, right? Like fighting wise and everything. This new droid they got, like, stab shit, beat shit up, like, kind of cool. Are you looking forward to that type of thing, Dom? Or
yeah, I'm actually looking forward to this. I'm very excited about this.
This is what kind of got me.
Now
we're
you
gonna get a bunch
excited
of.
About it.
What's that?
So now Dom's even excited about it.
No, Dom said he was excited in the beginning.
No,
I'm kind of getting
first-
excited about it. I was actually kind of down on it. I'm actually starting to like this. I am. Next up, they're gonna show like swamp monsters and all that shit. So we're gonna get all those corny fucking callbacks that I'm not quite sure.
That's a snake. Isn't that a snake? Because when I saw the preview, it was a quick scene. Wasn't it like a snake creature?
At first, no. But do you see the eye?
Yeah.
You see right where her head is, go diagonally across.
Yes.
Yeah. I think they're going to do something funny with a character that we actually know, and that's not what it's supposed to look like. Originally, I thought it was those things that came out of the Rey movie where they got the big, long tentacle things, but then I saw the singular eye, and I'm like, oh, shit. We're going to just rearrange the way because technically we never did see the rest of the body for the monster that's in the trash.
Yes.
So we'll see how it goes. That's going to be interesting. But whatever. I can let that go. I can just let that go. I've gotten over that stuff. Then we got this dude. This is the Jude Law character. They've given this character away, right? He's going to be a bad guy, but at the end he's going to turn after he tries to turn on them. Did we see Woody Harrelson do this shit in the...
Woody Harrelson did that. So many different characters, but I don't know. I think there might be a different twist.
You think there might be... What do you think the twist is?
I don't think he's a Jedi.
Oh, I don't think he's a Jedi either.
I don't think he's a Jedi. I don't even think he has force power. I think he's more like what's his face from Obi-Wan that was faking being the Jedi.
Yeah. Oh, wow. 100%. You don't think he's faking being a Jedi?
I think he's faking.
I think that's exactly what he is, to try to get him to feel out that he's being the 100%. I think he's lying the shit out of these kids.
He's totally gaslighting them kids.
Yeah, 100%. Because you can see him a lot of times in the background, just like rolling his eyes and shit. I thought this was interesting, okay? Because they're talking about all this stuff, and we heard it was supposed to be an adventure or whatever. Do you see the people in the back? It looks like they're in the middle of like a battle. Like they've got weapons. Mm-hmm. Some of them are pointing, some are not. One's wearing an army hat. I don't know what blue elephant here Dumbo that is wearing, but it looks like he's got a hat on too. And then if you look at the people behind it, it looks like they're starting to fight a war. And the only reason I say that is because if you look at how tall the buildings are, and we'll get into it now. I think we saw another picture later. But we also see this. You guys see the white hat on the Republic Trooper hat from when they were in the thing? I thought that was kind of cool. And then you get, what is that, the guy that's did I do that?
Yeah, Steve Urkel.
Yeah,
that was the guy that's playing Hondo, according to Dom.
Yeah.
That guy's not playing Hondo. Dom, there's no way that guy's playing Hondo.
I know he's not. He's playing a Borg. He's playing a Borg character. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't think he's playing a Borg either, because you actually see him after this. So what I was saying, like, if you see how tall this is something that's really weird. So you see the castling in the background. These have similar buildings, but then here's the one. Here's your cyborg guy again, same dude. You look at the background right there. If you take that, and they are fooling you with there's booby traps, but this is actually the water fountain from there. You see that there's X-Wings flying by, and the only thing I can put together is, like, do you think that group wasn't just, they weren't pirates, they're actually trying to infiltrate something? Because you get the Republic fighter there. You see them busting through. It looks like they might have shot another one. And then you get all the kids here in some type of war thing.
If he's a pirate, if he's a pirate, he could easily be wearing a Republic helmet. Doesn't mean he's working.
Yeah, he probably took it.
You think that face right there says I'm a pirate? I think they kidnapped.
Well, it says a crew of murderous pirates, and then it shows you literally all the people cast as pirates. That's what makes me think they're pirates.
You think those guys are the good guys? Maybe, and Jod's the bad guy.
Who is?
Jod,
could be.
bad guy.
Could be.
Maybe he is the bad guy.
I don't know. I think they're doing something else. It's a little different because they seem pretty scared of these X-wings. And
Let
then
me
you
ask
see
you a question.
like this guy in the background who looks like he's got the Republic like garb on. He looks like he's shitting his fucking drawers. So
Maybe
I
he's
don't know what's
captive.
going.
Maybe he's
Huh?
just maybe he's captive. By
Yeah.
him.
I don't know. I don't know.
Anyways, go ahead.
I don't think maybe there's two groups of pirates. Maybe if Hondo's pirates, that not Hondo, I'm just saying it's pirates, the pirates that
Yeah.
work with him, and the other and the Veins pirates.
Well, there's a whole fucking shit. You might be right that there might be multiple groups. I mean, when you look here, I didn't show all of it, but like there's a whole bunch of different pirates in this group, and they pinpoint like 7 or 8 of them through this whole. I mean, we would have had 20 slides if we went through all the pirates they showed. So it could be different groups.
I think they're good pirates and bad pirates, and they're at war with one another somehow, and they get caught in the middle.
And then we get this. We get the treasure room. We'll break down a little bit more of this, but they find the golden chalice and everything else here.
The gold.
Yeah, that seems like a lot of it. And that might be what they're doing here. It might be that they're trying to find it too. The Republic's trying to find it. Everybody's trying to find it. The kids are trying to hold off so they don't destroy the city. You know, all that stuff. If it is still, I like that. I like any of it because it looks pretty cool. And it looks like we're going to have a shit ton of people, a shit ton of air. Like I said, all this stuff looks great, man. Like I was really impressed with how good everything looked. And then we're going to get into the one section. So Dom can go crazy, but everybody else can too. We're going to get into rumor has it because there's some rumors out about some stuff and there's some things we caught there. We will see. We probably didn't catch them all, but I don't know if you guys saw this. This said Proctor or Monitor. Like that's what it is. So this is my theory on this one. I don't know if you guys think about this, but did you see this? And then did you see like a lot of their stuff that they're doing? They talk about like, we need to find them. They're not going to be around. There's all these robots. And if you look at the dad walking through, when he sees these robots, he kind of looks at it. And then if you saw since the get-go, they've got these like perfectly manicured lawns. There's weird stuff. And there's a bunch of times where they talk about it in the trailer where they're like, we've never been out of here. It's so far away. They kind of hint like nobody knows about this place and anything else. But you see different species. Like in here, you see other species and you wonder, did you guys ever watch The Expert, which was like that Soviet spy thing where they took the one town and they fucking made it? They made like, it was a bunch of people. They were watching all the Russians to make them look and turn to spies to act like Americans. I think that's kind of what's going on here too. Like if you look back at the mom's thing too, like those two are talking. The monitor guy, the guy was monitoring them. And then you go back to the mom thing back here and she's like, got a droid in there. And it's not like it's a service droid that's helping people. It looks like they got a bunch of droids over there that are playing security guard and they're really tuning in. It's kind of creepy. Like, I don't know that they're stolen. Huh?
Do you think the kids are stolen?
I think something's going on with the kids. So do you think like, cause there's a ship that's there, right? And I don't think the parents knew the ship was there, but do you think like the parents came in on the ship originally and then got off and they started like a society to keep themselves alien? Like this is a cult, right? Like that's what we're doing here.
No,
I don't know. I know there was a rumor that the planet they're on, the Empire is looking for, and even the Rebel Alliance is looking for, and they're trying to keep it hush. They don't want anybody to find it because that area of green, that looks like the suburban area.
Yeah,
that's just one little area outside the whole industrial type.
Well,
of
it'd be like The Wall. I don't know if you guys ever read The Wall or whatever it's called. There's a thing called The Wall where they had put up a whole wall and the society inside was outside the society was different. Smaller version. I didn't know which reference to use better, but I kind of think about that. But like, if that's the case, why would they have all these kids like pinned up so hard down?
Well, I think it's just that they don't want me personally. I think Jod is looking for this place, and that's why he's trying to get the kids to tell him where the place is.
I think he's looking for the gold. I don't think kids.
I think Jod is make a big payday. If the Empire came to you,
he might have a point there. Hold on, he might have a point there.
No, if the Empire comes to ask you, listen, if you could find this place, I'll give you a bunch of credits, money. He's a freaking pirate. Of course, he's so.
What if it's not the Empire that's looking for him?
Or somebody, maybe somebody
else. What if they have
something? The Empire's like gone. You guys realize that, right?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
You get the remnants.
But Dom, what happens if it's something they have there? Like we've seen this 100 times, especially in comic books, where there'll be a crystal, or there'll be like something force, like some force thing that keeps the planet going or something to that effect. Because like when they say we need to find them, it sounds like, oh, we got to find the kids, but it's not said like, oh, my kid's missing, we need to find them. It's like, mother bleeper, we need to find these kids.
That's why I think the kids are stolen. And I think the kids are stolen, and they don't want people to know that they're stealing kids.
I think it's more along the lines of the fact that nobody's looking out for. He's saying that, I think, to her because he realizes that nobody's looking out for the kids. In other words, we need to find them, as in you and me need to find them because nobody else is going to look for them, is what he was referring to.
But he says they're not. But he also says after that they're not just going to turn up.
Yeah, that because nobody's looking for them. Yes.
But he saw the plane go off.
That's my point, though. Like the Republic or whoever runs this area they're in, the town, I assume it's the Republic because it's nice.
I don't think the Republic runs it. I think the Republic's looking for this place too. I think all the sides looking for this place. And it's
whatever authorities run this place are not looking for the kids. They're probably interested in the treasure, whatever the Jod Nawood is after or whatever, but they're not interested in the kids. And that's why he's saying we have to save them because nobody else is going to do it. So you think it's just simple? You
think there's nothing to all this?
To the town? No.
To the town, to all the weird activity going on?
I think there's something. I agree with Marco. I just think they're stolen. I think these are cult that's stealing kids.
I don't think. I think it's a place.
But they allow their parents to be around. That's kind of weird.
I don't think they're actually.
Those kids don't look like each other. They don't look like
their parents.
And they only have one parent. Like they don't have. It's not parent. It's not like they're these two parents. That's somebody's mom and somebody's dad.
You can't have single parents in Star Wars.
What do you mean? You can have. If you have a different marriage.
Everybody's a single parent on this planet.
You could have two different two kids, one lighter than the other. You can have it could be brother and sister. It could be that you have it, but the whole fact is that
no, they're not. They didn't know each other, Dom.
Oh,
they met each other in the detention area where the principal / Proctor came out. The Proctor, because that's what it says.
He's actually the father. But
so he says Proctor, but
we
Proctor
don't know that he's the father.
Proctor, another word for Proctor is somebody who monitors. It literally is monitors. So like I think that's what I'm kind of saying. His position, his title is Proctor. That's the office he came out of. He's the dude that monitors
that's
things.
The father. That's his father. That's
this kid's father.
Or he could just be the organizer of the colony, and that's what they call him. Just like everybody in the Acolyte was the mother. They had one mother.
You think that?
I think we're all.
No, but it says on the subtitles.
I was pretty sure they were in a school, and that was the principal's office, and that was him coming out of the principal's office after they talked to the principal and said, "What you've done is unacceptable." That's how I took it. I don't know how anybody else took it.
So it's the father coming out after he had the meeting with the other principal.
Yeah. Oh, maybe we'll see.
So let me ask you a question now.
What, please?
There was another movie. There was another movie that had like a town. They had like a town that was in the middle, and outside it had resource, like you said, resources that people wanted.
Was it called?
And I'm trying to think. There's another movie that came out that had something similar to.
I mean, there's the dome theory too.
Yeah,
there's tons of size domes. I mean, yeah, it could be something like that. But first off, it's kind of weird because Star Wars has towns with domes. That's like a thing.
Yeah.
But
I just think it's a planet that's why I think it would be more if it was a planet that was like, because they keep saying it's what do they say? They don't actually say it's in whatever space. They kind of say something different. They say it's just an unknown planet.
It could be
I took it more as like a line that like they've first off, I think the ship that the kids find is not at all related to any of this. I think it's much older than all that. Like when he says in Old Republic credit, I think he's talking because it's in capitals when you read the thing.
Yeah, it's the Old Republic. We'll get to that in a minute.
Republic credit.
We'll get into that in a minute.
A lot of people are hating the urban aesthetics of the planet. I like it. I think it's pretty cool to have something like this in Star Wars. You know,
I'm indifferent about it, but I mean, if it adds into
because it gives a little bit more intrigue because there are different planets. There are planets that are similar to Earth, if you think about it, that are out there.
Yeah.
You don't know, and
that's what we're saying. Yeah,
it's cool. I like it.
All right, cool. So that's one, I guess. This is the other one. This is a big one right here. So for those people that don't know the Zim insignia, there's this big thing floating around. Zim Insignia. Zim was this character in Legends. How do I explain it? He's a dickhead, and he was a pirate. So he was like the son of a pirate. Then he was a big ass pirate. He stole a bunch of shit. They say that his head, the glass skull, which is insignia, showed up as I showed you in the one above in the Han Solo movie, and that Dryden Voss has it. But also that's part of the face. I'm not sure I believe that 100%, but I think it looks too different, and it's in brass and gold. It could be, though. I mean, it could be a way to make a legendary character.
It's Old Republic.
And it's Old Republic.
So if you have an Old Republic ship, maybe you can find it via the Old Republic ship.
Yeah. So that brings up the second point, which is when they say the credits under there with the Old Republic, you get the circle with the 9 pokes on it. And if you see on the wall, it's a 9 push-off like arrow thing, which also has similarities to an Old Republic insignia also. I don't know, man. I think it's a little bit of a stretch, but it's not that far. Like in Star Wars, as JJ will say, there's no such thing as canon anymore. So they can make it look like whatever they want to. And I think this is, JJ, what you're talking about when they said Old Republic capitalized, that these are symbols of the Old Republic, or at least they're trying to make them be that way. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, I mean, you got 2 of them on the wall. You know, I don't know. The Zim thing is a little bit of a stretch, but
you also got the writing, right?
Oh yeah. I didn't even get to, there's so much stuff in here. There's actually 2 more.
You didn't take a picture of it. There's Sith. There looks to be Sith writing as well on one of the walls.
So if you're doing the 9-point insignia, that would be during like this old Sith Wars. Like that's how far back in the Old Republic we would be going, which I mean would make sense. I mean, if they're visualizing it, I guess. And why wouldn't Zim have some of these things? I mean, he was the Pirate King. He was pretty much a Pirate King, right? Is that the easiest way to explain it? Pirate King, right? I mean,
this is like a tomb almost, right?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Every pirate king has a queen. Maz Kanata.
This is old, like 25,000 years.
I know, but Maz Kanata.
If Maz knew where this place, Maz would have all this gold. What are we talking about, Dom?
Maz Kanata is a pirate. That's what I want to get with the good guys that are coming in.
So
wait, hold. JJ, you could go. Dom, can you hold on to that thought, or do you guys spit it out?
Well, I'm actually gonna expand on Dom's theory here a little bit.
All right, help him out because I'm fucking dumbfounded. I'm scratching my head at where he's going.
Typically, you're going to have 2 groups, right? I don't know that this is Indiana Jones influence. I think if you want to compare it, it does lean more Goonies for me. But beside the point, in Indiana Jones, you had 2 factions, right? In a way, what was the 2 factions? It was the Nazis, the Nazis who wanted to find the treasure and use it for themselves,
and the people who wanted to preserve it. The
which was usually based in some sort of old civilization, like they believed in preserving it, and it was this like long line of people that had worked to preserve that civilization forever.
Maz isn't that old.
Yeah. She's not that old.
No, that's my point, though.
Who jumped on? Who did that?
Me.
Okay.
There's this thing. There's a thing called descendants, just like in Indiana Jones. Okay, remember Last Crusade, right?
I agree. I agree.
On their chest that were like thousands of years protecting the thing. That's the same kind of thing. They're not thousands of years old, but they're in a group that wants to protect the treasure or whatever the dose it is. My guess is that's going to be your 2 factions here: is one faction like that, and then one faction of the evil.
Which would go back to, which would make perfect sense why we saw these people there, and then the people that were on the plane with the. If you're seeing this, because if you look at some of their armor over there, it's pretty interesting. So
we saw there's a hut in here too, right?
There is, but I didn't get the good shot of it. It's hard to.
But the Zim and the huts were at war. Like if you remember back.
Yeah,
the huts were the ones that were.
Because they were trying to be the cartel. Yeah,
the cartel. So I mean, maybe that's connection. I don't know.
Either way,
no Maz Kanata, Dom. I don't know what's going on with that.
Either way, I think it's pretty cool what they're doing here. So I like it. I mean, this is what really got me going.
I buy you.
Let me ask you a question now. Go to the next slide.
Hold on. What were you going to ask before we go?
I'm going to say, who has a better chance of showing up?
Who, Maz or
Hondo?
Oh, okay. Well, so then there's this post that was fucking Dom putting 3 people who already posted on IG, and then he put it up here. There's a very small plane, and Dom didn't know what the class was, but he says it's Hondo's plane. So we looked up what Hondo's plane. Well, we don't actually know what Hondo's plane or is right
Sure,
now
yeah.
in this timeline.
Exactly.
When he
But
gets the ship, he hasn't Galaxy's Edge, so he might not.
yeah,
Even have the ship
he
yet.
does have a VH-40 turbine class light freight when he's at Black Sphere. All right. Can this actually fall into the Black Sphere timeline? It could. Where this is that we haven't talked about the timeline of when this is actually happening, but from my understanding, it's post Empire, right? Post Return of the Jedi, probably around the Mandalorian time. Could be going into the start of the Rise. So if that's the case, then he could. Once again, just like we didn't know in the comic books when Inquisitors dies and when they don't, because they don't really tell us. We don't actually know when he got this. We do know that sometime around this time, around 9, after the Battle of Endor, we do know that somewhere between 9 and 15, he started the delivery service. What is he called again? I can't remember what his delivery service is in Black. Onaka, whatever, transporting or whatever. Yep. And by that time, he does have one of these class freights. I don't even know if that's it, by the way. Like, JJ.
It's also a common ship. We'll talk about that in a second. It's a ship that everybody has.
We see it everywhere. We saw Hondo was Rebels.
He didn't have this ship in Rebels, though. Yes, he was. He was alive, but he didn't have the ship yet.
Well, we know he's still alive.
He had this ship in Clone Wars.
No, he didn't.
No, he did not have this ship.
No, he didn't have the ship. He didn't get it.
He named this ship after a Jedi from Clone Wars, so he didn't have it yet.
Yeah, we didn't know that he had this ship till Black Sphere, that's why I just gave you the timeline.
It's named.
But but hold on, Wayseeker. You don't know he doesn't have the ship now, and we know for sure that he's not dead. We actually know for sure he's not dead.
We just don't know if he has the ship yet.
Well, we don't know if he has a ship yet.
This is also a common ship.
Hold on, though. Well, this is where we get into Wayseeker knows where I'm going next. This is the only part, Dom. I was kind of with you for a while.
Yeah.
And by the way, this is a whole pirate area here. By the way, this is where they go for all the pirate stuff. There's pirates all over here. This is the only problem. This ship's already showed up in all these TV shows and all these times.
Yeah, I know.
That's the only downside to it. But I will tell you, Dom, of all the stuff that you say is your own and you just clip somebody else's Instagram feed, like this has some prevalence to it, maybe. I mean, it looks like there's a red stripe down the. It may, I don't, but it would be backwards, right? Wait, it would be coming at us, correct?
It looks decidedly less Wang-like too.
Yeah. It's supposed to look like a ball and two testicles. This looks a little spread out and even, unfortunately.
It could be. It's possible. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Look, let me tell you.
Which I would be happy. I mean, I wouldn't be mad at it.
You know the thing that sucks about. Remember,
looks a little
also in the comics, Maz Kanata had the group. You know,
she had Granks.
Yeah. You don't know, man.
We aren't getting the dinks. If we get the dinks, Marco is turning off the show and he's never watching it again. So you better hope
if we get the dang Granks, we're in trouble, bro.
No, you could get.
We are in trouble.
But who do you think has a better chance of showing up, Maz Kanata or Hondo?
Neither.
The answer would be Hondo, but neither. I don't think this is Hondo's ship.
Hondo's in Galaxy's Edge. So, if they're going to put an Easter egg in there, you tie it to the parks.
Well, okay, but here's what I don't want. The stupid Star Wars thing where every fan comes up with it and they hit up all the boards and then some idiot reads the boards over there at Disney Films and goes, yep, I think you kind of got it right. We're not going to confirm that that's Hondo's ship, but Hondo drives the same type of ship as that. And you're like,
that's totally going to happen.
I
bet you we're not going to say who's in the ship. And then a year later, they're going to say, oh yeah, that was Hondo's ship.
It's going to be like the ghost ship in the Rise of Skywalker. You show the ghost.
Or the Rendar ship is in there too.
Yeah. Well, actually, I think this ship this ship was actually in there too.
Yeah.
Was it?
I just look. All I know is that John Watts said there's going to be a lot of surprises that people are going to love.
Rise of the Skywalker, is that the last video? Is that the last one?
That's the last one.
Yeah. This ship was in that fucking thing too.
Yeah.
There you go.
Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, there it is. Right next to Ghost. I mean, hey, whatever, man. I mean, that's cool. I don't think. See, this is the thing that I don't think though that they need to do, Dom. And I don't know why you think they do, but just leave it to the fans to guess about it, and then just don't say anything about it.
But let me ask you a question. But isn't it? Wouldn't it?
Unless you show us him. If you show us Hondo, I'm down. Remember, I mean, I like Hondo.
I know, but I know. I just hate the fact that when they find these Easter eggs and stuff like that, and it it could possibly be. Just do it. Just
Well, some of them are bullshit
No.
because there was that one
this is
site you
BS
kept
that
watching.
people make up that you listen to for some reason.
Yeah, there was that one. Remember Andor where you fucking Star Killer was back or some shit?
No,
Yeah,
remember
'cause of
that?
that.
Andor original. No, not Andor, but the what the hell is it? Rogue One.
Yeah.
Original script Rogue One. There was bounty hunters, and they took it out, and it was supposedly Cad Bane and a couple other guys.
Okay.
I'm hoping that season 2 of freaking Andor has something like that. But the fact is that
No. But here's the problem, Dom. You guaranteed us all that stuff in the shop, and it turned out a lot of it wasn't true. You know what I mean? So.
You know, listen,
Tom, here's my question for you. What if Kay Vess shows up in this because she was just in the show? She's a pirate or she's a scoundrel. Are you going to be happy if Kay Vess is your cameo?
no,
Why?
She'd be so old.
like
She wouldn't be that old.
Would you be okay?
Stop
5 years later, that way.
If she was like 25 in the thing, she'd be like 50.
No, it's only 5 years after.
Dom, let me ask you a
After
question.
Outlaws? No.
6 years. Mando's 6 years after
Yeah.
Return of the Jedi.
hold on, good.
The game takes place.
You know where in the Mandalorian timeline
Mando's
this
9.
takes place.
Oh,
9 years after
nine,
Return
she's
of the Jedi.
44.
9, I think when he's a kid.
The Mando timeline has also gone on for years. You don't know where in the Mando
Yeah,
timeline
Oh,
it
this
is.
is-
and I think it might be 9 years when he's a kid.
Season
You
3.
know.
In the
No, so
Let me ask you-
Mandalorian
no, let me
took
ask you a
place 5
serious
years after
question.
Return of the Jedi.
I want to get into the head of Dom.
Yeah.
What if they don't? What if because you kind of look at the background, it looks like that ship is being pulled up by something, like it might be in a shipyard because it's damaged. What happens if you don't ever see anybody from that ship? You don't see anything about it, and they never identify it. Is that fine too?
Yeah, it's good. You know what? Listen, as long as the
All
show
right.
is good, I don't care. I
Yeah.
want
All right.
the show be. The show looks exciting.
Well, you
It
got
looks
good
like it's gonna be
expectation
a
then.
Fun ride, you know.
Uh-huh.
And we might be getting some characters from old shows. Who knows?
See,
Well,
that's-
if we don't, you're
good
still gonna be
up until
okay
the
with
last-
it?
I'll be
good
okay.
up until the
Listen,
last thing.
you know what?
Stop
It's-
the last sentence.
Listen, at the end of the day, I always like a show that's great. If we don't get anybody in it, I won't be disappointed. I just don't want to have a show where it fucking sucks. And the cameos could have been the best part of it. They didn't do shit.
Cameos are never the best part of it.
See,
though.
yeah.
All right, JJ, what do you think after the trailer? Are you more in Saman or less in?
So I would make the record clear that I was the most excited about this before the show.
I will agree with
Everybody
that.
heard?
Fine, we're making the record clear. Okay.
Thank you. But no, so my thing is, I think we've done Easter eggs and diving deep, like all that. We're doing the show a disservice. Like to me, this is the show where I just want to go on an adventure. Will the show take me on an adventure? It looks like it will.
Sure. Looks like it will.
I'm super happy for it. I think it will. I think it's going to be a success.
Mhm.
And that's my advice to everybody else. Don't worry about cameos and throwbacks and Easter eggs. Watch the show, go on the adventure, and have fun.
It's so weird that coming from you because that's never
Dark
how you always get into the
positivity.
show.
Exactly. Negativity's got the negativity's gone.
You got it.
It's so weird.
All right, Wayseeker, where are you at on this? More love, less than love? They didn't show you the blue fox, so who cares?
So I mean, I guess slightly more, but I really don't care. So before I cared nothing about it, and now I have a little bit more than I don't care at all about it. So I really
I
don't
was
care
at
about it.
I was there with you, Wayseeker. I was zeros. You know what I mean? But I'm
Yeah.
actually like 70% now in. Like I actually looked up. I was like, wait a minute, when does this thing come out?
Did
All
you guys
right.
like the poster?
All
Did
right.
you like the poster, the new poster that came out?
Don't care.
Yeah, I don't give a shit
Wayseeker,
about
why are
No,
you on the show? Why
hold
are you
on,
on the show, man? Get out of here,
Dom,
man.
Poster, Dom, it's a
Dom,
poster.
Dom.
Dom,
No, but you
Dom,
see,
Dom,
Why are you on the
Dom,
show? Really?
Dom,
Because
Dom, I don't care about the poster either, bro.
I do. I like
No,
the
so they
poster.
well, you
The poster
asked,
is-
but you asked me. Wayseeker had to open up his big fucking mouth.
No, listen.
When you asked me-
you. I know what I get with you. Know what I get with friggin' with JJ. It's Wayseeker. If a blue fucking teddy bear is not there, he don't give two shits.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
My thing,
No,
on,
but
like,
Dom, the poster doesn't do it. And JJ, I'm glad you said that about the cameos. The cameo, you know me, the cameos have never really done it for me. I mean, I know people like that portion of it, so we'll talk about it. I do like the idea of having a planet that's like in the wall or part of like where it is.
Mhm.
I guess why is because I hope it isn't just fucking Goonies. I hope
Yeah.
there's some
Yeah.
depth to this TV show. I really do. And it looks like from what they're giving us, the action scenes that they gave us look more action than I expected.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I expected them just to slide down dirt slides or something or whatever. But it looks like a little better. It looks like the Jude Law character, unfortunately, is going to be what you expected out of the Jude Law character.
Yeah.
I think there's different ways to write that. I think that's probably right, but I think there's two ways to write it. Like I think he's gaslighting the kids, but it's going to be like he's either gaslighting them in a like for the greater good type thing, or is he gaslighting them because he's really a bad guy? If he's gaslighting because he's really a bad guy, I'll be a little bit disappointed because it's kind of obvious. But you could turn that on its face and be like, well, I had to tell you I was a Jedi to get you to follow me because, Jedis are mythological or something like that. But, really, we're after this treasure because we have to save this civilization from these pirates that want to destroy it. There's different ways to write that in.
Yeah, but what if they do the typical gaslight, because I'm a bad guy, then I have a change of heart?
I hope not.
It'd be a trope. I wouldn't like it that much, but they wouldn't be the first show to use it. It wouldn't ruin it. As long as they write it well. And you're not like, it's not like the change of heart just doesn't come in like, a 10-minute span, like flicking a switch or something. But
fair enough.
Like he gets to love the kids and therefore, he refuses to hand them over to the pirates or something, which
be a trope,
but
saves them. Yeah.
We've seen that enough.
Hey guys, what character you're excited to see? You're excited about to find out about?
These kids?
None.
Kids probably. I want to know more about the kid who you saw probably the least of in the trailer, which is the girl that looks like what's her name from Stranger Things? With the goggles. Yeah. So yeah. I'd like to probably learn more about that character just because it looks like a cool character design. Like why
you also have another character like Neil. There's another character, a younger version, like a little maybe a sibling.
Yeah, like I'm curious. I am a little bit curious about the town and stuff. I will say this though, like to the people, and it's not really anybody in this show, but it is some Star Wars fans sadly do this. Do not blast a show for trying to do something a little different.
Yeah.
Because you see green grass in suburban like neighborhoods on a Star Wars show doesn't mean they don't exist in the world of Star Wars. Like, don't blast them for that. Just
check it out. I mean, if it's gonna suck, we'll be fair with it, but like try to give it a shot. So
yeah.
I also don't think it's for me, so I'm fine with me not liking the show.
Really? I thought fucking half-ass Kitty Goody movies would be for you. That's too fucking mature for you.
But I will say, if they go to Zim and it gets all that Old Republic stuff, which I think there's 0% chance of that happening because it's not what the show is made for. If we get mythology and Old Republic stuff, then my excitement goes up to like a 9.
Think about it. There's a scene on the wall when Nodwood was looking at when Jod was looking at a wall. And it had ancient Sith writing, the same type of writing that was in Ahsoka on the walls too. Yeah. So
there is Sith writing on there.
Yeah, there is, but I don't want to break that down too because I'm kind of with JJ. Like
an Easter egg.
It could just be Easter eggs.
Yeah.
Well, to that point, like, I mean, you can have them like, okay, they discover an Old Republic ship. I get it, but you don't have to go too deep into the mythology. Like, look at a thing like National Treasure. All right.
Yes,
they're on a treasure hunt and National Treasure, right?
Yeah, I love National Treasure.
It's a Native American, like, is where the treasure started, right? How much Native American culture is in the National Treasure? Like none. Like it's sadly none. But like at the same time, they didn't go too deep into the mythology of the treasure. You just knew that's what they were after.
Right. See, that's what I don't want, and that's what I think it's going to be. I want the mythology. I don't think we're going to get any of that mythology because I don't think it's.
Now, I don't think it'll go that deep. I
agree with you completely.
Let me ask you something now. Where do the kids go? Do they go to the same universe as Peridia, or they're in the regular
because they get lost
Republic area?
It's very much there. It's very much space camp because they get lost. I think the ship takes off somehow automatically, and they get.
I do too. I think it goes back home like a home beacon.
Pre-programmed for it to go to.
I agree.
I think it goes. I think they're in wild space at the beginning. This weird planet. They're in wild space, and it's going to take them to Republic space.
Really, I would think the other way around. I think they start in Republic space and end up in wild space.
I feel like the X-wings overhead.
Costing that, I think it's costing
make it seem like they're going to Republic space.
Chopper Wolf, and Carson Tiva are going to be the pilots of the X-wing fighters. You think?
I wouldn't surprise me if they reused Carson Tiva. I wouldn't be shocked.
And Carson Tiva, yeah.
He's only in like every single show.
He's the the Stan Lee of all the shows. He connects all the shows.
But yeah, this is why I think they're going to Republic Spaces.
I don't get that. What does that matter? They
Why would
could
the
go.
extras
They
be
could
there
go
if you
to. They could go to Wild Space and come back to Republic Space. It's in a space.
Yeah, no. Also too around this time. Hell, hold on. Around this time period, you gotta think they either just beat the remnants or they're looking for some remnants left over.
Yeah.
So if they're looking for remnants, they go into a space that's not there, or they could be trying to expand. If you remember, in the one thing that they did do that was kind of interesting in the Rey movie that Leia was doing, why it failed was they were trying to expand too much without using military service to do so. So like
and this could be like
this could make sense.
that planet that they're on could be Outer Rim-esque planet that has like an old Republic civilization to it or something. You don't know. I mean,
yeah.
So. But it seems from the school environment and everything that they're in, it seems like they would very much be in Republic space to start the show to me. But it seems too organized and all that to be Wild Space.
Again, I think that's just the cult like is. I mean, look at like all the Thrawn books. Those are organized. The Chiss are very organized. They're in Wild Space.
Yeah, but they're way out there. They're like
they're like unknown Wild Space.
Yeah, no Wild Space.
I mean, that could be that too. I'm not.
Well, I mean, we gotta tell the difference between Wild Space and
also the question.
Unknown Space is like the great. Go ahead.
Yeah, Unknown Space, like the Chiss didn't even have the shields and stuff that the Republic had. That was the whole point of the second, or half the point of the second book. So, like, I mean, there's big differences between technologically speaking between those. So it's hard to say exactly, but it seems like they're in a very organized, like governmental run town or whatever, which would be unusual for Wild Space. But,
yeah, I don't know. We don't know enough about Wild Space for me to agree with that.
You don't know enough about it, but that doesn't mean everybody doesn't know about it.
Canon has not given us enough about Wild Space.
Sure, you're canon.
All
right.
I mean, it could be, maybe they're run by. The weird thing about all the droids was I wondered if they were ran by like a droid superiority government or something. Because
maybe like the droid Garada.
Yeah, or something like where like the droids are the dominant authority or something in that planet.
Yeah, because I didn't even show the other 6 clips where there's just like droids. I mean, like
everywhere in the first 30 seconds of the trailer, there's droids everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere.
That's the reason why I think it's Wild Space, and the droids all look different to me. They don't look like normal Republic.
Well, some of them look like creep droids. Like they're
they do. Yeah, I agree.
The planet is. I tell you, the Republic does not. They're trying to find this planet too. They don't know about this planet, and that's what everybody's trying to find. This planet. That's why these kids are very important, and that's what's going to happen. They got to protect the planet from.
You think Green Cowboy there is fucking important?
No, the planet they're on is important. They don't want the Rebel Alliance or the Republic or the Empire or the Pirates or anybody to find that place, and that's what Jod wants. Jod wants to find this place.
No, I disagree with that because they're trying to get back home. That's the whole point for the kids.
They all get back home, but the whole fact is that
why were they trying to get back home? Then if they thought they were in danger at home.
Yep.
See, what I think it is, Jod wants the ship. That's why Jod doesn't want to get to the planet. It's an old Republic ship that has coordinates to an old Republic treasure.
Yeah. Jod's definitely after the treasure or whatever is at the end of the map. Yeah.
So all he cares about is this old Republic ship because that will give him the coordinates that nobody else knows.
Yeah, Jod sucks.
We all agree on that one.
Hack the planet. All right. Click my vid says hack the planet. All right.
What are we doing next? We got comics and we got comics.
Go ahead and do one or the other. I'll be right back.
All right, we'll do Kylo.
Okay, do Kylo.
I can speedload our way through this review of a thing that they made me do, which is 4 issues, by the way. Made me review a 4-issue comic.
So why are we reviewing this one?
So there's questions we'll have at the end. The reason why I put at the ballot box was I gave us a little ballot initiative questions here at the end. But the big reason is there's going to be more Kylo content coming down the pike from the very same writer that did this comic, Charles Soule. So you'll see it maybe tie in with Legacy of Vader. We'll talk at the end how much this thing's going to talk about it. But I'm going to recap it real quick. There's a lot of slides, but I'm going to go through them fast. It's just so everybody knows. But these are your 4 covers. Left to right, issue 1, 2, 3, and 4, which were all done by Gist. I kind of forgot that he did a lot of these early covers like this. But E.M. Gist there. But anyways, we start off with Kylo Ren, showing up with these two brothers, and he's like, "Hey, we finally found you guys. We've been looking for you because we heard you killed like 100 people." And they're like, "Yeah, we totally did." Like, oh, he's like, "Oh, that's special. Can you use the shadow?" And they're like, "What the hell are you talking about?" He's like, "This is the shadow." And then he explains to them, it's like, "My name is Rin, but I'm not really Rin. Like, this is the shadow." And he uses the force to like lift the lightsaber. And he says, "And this is the Rin," which he points to the lightsaber. So even though he calls himself Rin, that is not where the name comes from. And then one of the guys is like, "Well, yeah, I can use it, but I don't call it that because that's stupid." But he says, "Well, you can come with us. We know you want to get out of here because the police are after you, but you have to give us a good death." And the one guy who can use the force questions, he's like, "You mean kill my brother?" And then he's immediately blasted by his brother, who then says, "Hey, get me out of here." And they're like, "Well, you're an idiot. You're not the guy that can use the force, so we're not taking you with us." And then Rin kills him. So flash forward to Luke's Academy getting blown up here. And we end up with Ben Solo at this point. And he runs into 4 other, I guess, Academy Jedi that are there, which are like, "Hey, we didn't know who's responsible for this." And Ben's like, "I'm not responsible for it. I'm out of here." Like Luke, he didn't tell him that, but Luke basically already tried to kill me. So I'm done with you guys. I'm like, "You can't leave." And so they get into a fight. Ben Solo warns them, like, "You guys all suck. You should know this. I can totally beat you." And he does, although he doesn't kill any of them. And then he leaves. Follow back to a flashback of Luke and the whole academy blowing up. Ren has, and then he's like, "Oh, well, I'm going to go to Snoke because Snoke's been this guy that has been, basically gaslighting me this whole time and talking to me." And Snoke's saying, "Hey, my boy, welcome in. How you doing?" Or whatever. It's like, "I heard Luke tried to kill you, and that was a real dick move." And Luke tried to kill me too. They have that moment, and then he's like, "What are you going to do?" And he's like, "Well, I thought about joining the Knights of Ren." And you're like, end of issue 1. So then we get the story of, well, I guess this is issue 2. We're back to Snoke and Ren talking here. Snoke's like, "Yeah, that's a great idea, but they probably won't take some douchey former Jedi known as Ben Solo." And he's like, "You have to kind of like rebrand yourself there, Ben." And so we flash to the story of how they all met, or how they met the Knights of Ren, I should say. Which we get Luke and Lor Santika and young Ben Solo are on this mission to basically find this old Jedi temple. There's not really much to the temple. They just arrive there. I forget exactly. I reread it and I can't remember what they were hunting at the temple. But
it's that Porter Angle and all of them were at in Elphone.
Yeah.
The first.
So yeah, what were they going there for? I don't remember. I guess for relics.
I think relics, yeah.
Just to pick up the relics and such.
Yep.
But anyways, they show up and turns out Knights of Ren are there for the same thing. They want the relics. And Luke's like, they're like, "Oh, well, if you can," Ren says, "if you can beat us, but good luck with that." And Luke's like, "Everybody just stand back. I'll handle this." And he does. He basically beats the entire Knights of Ren. And then Ren's like, "Oh, hey, you are kind of strong. I'm going to totally wuss out and leave. But before I do, that kid that's with you, hey, kid, if you ever want to join us, I look like a real pretty boy. And come find this mask later if you ever want to meet up with us." And that's the end of issue 2.
It's so weird.
It is weird. He basically talks Ben into being really interested in the dark side in about like 2 pages of dialogue. It's like the weirdest thing ever.
By getting beat, it makes
by getting beat up by Luke. Yeah.
Do you want to come join this?
Yeah. If you ever want to get stronger and join us, don't follow this master that totally just schooled all of us. If you ever want to leave him and join us, feel free to contact us later on.
Not one of those things that makes the most amount of sense, but hey, whatever.
No. Then we continue on. At the very end of the issue, you have, here he is going back to the same temple, finding the same mask. And for some reason, all this is never explained. He puts on the mask, which acts as like a radio communicator. This is back in the present time, not the flashback, mind you, where he's like, "Oh, hey, like Snoke told me to come find you guys because I want to join you or whatever." And he's like, "Oh, yeah, you were that kid with the Jedi that kicked our ass." It's like, "Well, come meet us on this planet." And right before he gets to leave, the guys who he kicked their ass in issue 1 decide to hunt him down and show back up again for some stupid reason. then we flash forward again, and he meets them up at, I forget what the name of the planet is. Was it Valnar or something like that?
I don't remember.
Anyways, the planet that Ren are on, he travels there. He looks a little bit beat up and worse for wear. And they're kind of like, oh, hey, you look like crap. But we're glad you want to join us. You know, your master is real powerful. You show a lot of potential. But we need what's called a good death in order for you to join us. And he's like, oh, yeah, I killed somebody once. And they're like, oh, yeah? Who'd you kill? And then, so issue 3 then becomes our entire story of who he killed, which turns out was one of these 4 Jedi that is fighting. So we get the backstory. He starts off going, wait, this is actually a little bit funny. He goes way too far back. And the story is basically telling him, oh, these guys were my friends. And this is how we met. We had these conversations. And at one point, Ren's like, yeah, shut up. Remember when you were supposed to tell me about the thing that you killed him? Like, I want to hear that, not your life story. And he's like, oh, yeah, well, I stabbed one and then threw a whole bunch of rubble on another guy. But it turns out he stabbed the one guy by accident. So Ren's like, well, we don't know if that's really good death, so you can join us as like a prospective member. But we still need a death. He's like, okay, fine. So he gets all geared up for the Knights of Ren. Turns out the 2 Jedi escape the rubble and find their third friend is dead. And they, of course, blame Ben or Ren or whoever you want to call him at this point. Then we get the argument of, okay, well, we're here to basically, I forget why they're on this planet. They're here to steal these guys' resources or whatever. And basically because they just like to beat people up. So they're this weird civilization of aliens that they're here. And he's like, oh, well, we can't tell you where the relics are. And Ren's totally going to kill the guy and torture him to death. Ben stops him and is like, well, let me read his mind. He does. He figures out, oh, they're like 3 stories down. And then Ren kills them all anyways. And then the Jedi show up and are like, well, we need to protect these people and kill our friend Ben, who's apparently killed our friend. So they pair off. The female Jedi squares off against Ren, and Ben squares off against the male Jedi. Ben wins, beats the male Jedi, doesn't kill him, has second thoughts. Then Ren snaps his neck, and he's like, hey, you killed my friend, who I was also trying to kind of kill, but not really. And Ren's like, well, yeah, you couldn't get it done, so yeah, I killed him. Also, you suck. So then like, I don't suck. And then so him and Ren fight. Kylo, or Ben, I should say at this point, gets increasingly angry. Then you finally see the Emperor has been the one actually whispering to him. And he does stab Ren through the chest. And that, as he stabs him, he says, this is your good death. So now he's finally killed in anger or whatever. But then you get this little thing of him truly turning dark, where she's like, oh, hey, you killed him. It's like, I know you're not bad. You can rejoin us. And he's like, actually, I'm worse than you think. And so he uses Ren's saber to stab her through the chest. All the other Knights of Ren kneel, acknowledging him as the new Ren or new leader of them. And then you get the scene where actually it's probably the most memorable scene from this whole book. Is like the last 5 pages where he bleeds the crystal. They're back on their ship, escaping that planet. He takes the crystal of the Jedi that he killed or whatever, and then does the classic ceremony of bleeding it. And you get his lightsaber of how it's all crackly and broken, and he fixes it. And of course, he does it all shirtless in typical Kylo Ren style. The end. So, did I go through that fast enough?
Yep, perfect.
All right. Now, the ballot initiative questions that we have before us. Was this a satisfying origin story for Ren? I actually vote yes on this one. I don't know what you guys think, but it's actually, I think the 4 issues was pretty good. What we saw didn't fill in a lot of gaps. It was kind of a little silly at points. Ren was not Kylo Ren, but Ren, the character of Ren, was a bit over the top, and there wasn't a lot of explanation on his whole the shadow theory and this is Ren theory and all that. But as far as actually Kylo Ren's origin story, I think we got enough there to make it why he turned from Ben Solo to Kylo Ren.
I thought it was good. I thought it made more sense than the movies. I actually really liked this when this came out. I remember that. And I still, to this day, think it's a pretty good story. So I'm yes on that too.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
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 I enjoyed
Yes.
the series. I like the series.
All 4, yes. So that initiative passes. So we thought it was a good, satisfying story for it. Second initiative question. Do you want more Kylo Ren stories? And if so, what kind? So then you first have to choose, obviously, yes or no. You want more Ren. And then do you want a prequel to this story, as in a younger Ben Solo, or do you want something that comes after it?
Well, we actually got it when we saw him in diapers in that one novel, but the answer to me is no.
No, you
No.
do not want more Ren.
I'm good.
You know,
Knights of Ren stories maybe, but not Ren. No.
yeah, Knights of Ren. Yes, more Knights of Ren stories because they've been around longer. I'd rather see that.
I'm gonna go yes. I want more Kylo Ren stories.
Of course you do, because fucking you're that person.
You said yes. So which kind?
I actually kind of want where they want. I like the Kylo arc that they didn't do, but they meant to do at one point, or like the vision for Kylo, where he turns out the opposite of Vader, where he goes strong to weak, or this guy's weak to strong, and he gets stronger and stronger and darker. So I want to see Kylo stop being emo and be like a cool villain for once.
You want him to be redeemed, kind of, or do you still want him to
I want to be dark. I want to be. I want to be emo. I want
all the way dark.
I want to go full Sith dark. That's what I want. Kylo stories.
Like Vader, basically. You want like he's all in. Like
All
there's no
in.
turning
And
back.
if that's the story we get with the legacy of Vader, where he becomes like Vader and becomes powerful, and I'm all for that.
Yeah, but how are you gonna do that? Because we already saw him be a bitch like you.
I am pretending that Episode 9 never happened. Never did.
Although Vader got redeemed in the end, of his movie trilogy, so it makes sense.
Yeah,
but he waffled throughout the whole trilogy, whereas Vader was obviously, he was gone from as Ben Kenobi said, he died many years ago. Your father killed him, type of thing.
Right.
And you didn't really see that with Ren. He was questioning his whole, he even killed Snoke in the second movie, so he's questioning his whole identity throughout the whole thing.
I would love to see the fact of the Knights of Ren more manipulated towards.
I would too. I mean, if it has to deal with him even messing around with the Knights,
yeah,
you know what I mean, for a little bit.
The stories. There's got to be a lot of stories where he's hanging out with Ren. In between. Let's see that. Hang out with Ren, learn more, and then the
You
Force.
can't hang out with Ren.
No, I'm just saying.
He barely meets him, and then he kills him.
No, but there's more story before that. There's got to be more story before that.
I think what Dom's saying, and I almost agree to him, like I would like to see not necessarily more Kylo, but I'd like to see more of the Knights of Ren as a prequel to this. As in, like, what did Ren do prior to this, and what was it like? How did Ren get started? And also, how's it connect? The one thing this book never connects is he says, you never really explains it. I assume when he at one point says, they say, okay, well, we killed these two brothers at the beginning, and one of the knights says to Ren, like, okay, well, what are we going to do now? And he's like, that's okay. The master will give us a new way or something like that. But you don't know if he's referring to the master as in like the shadow or that he follows, or he refers to Snoke, because he obviously knows of Snoke later on. Because Kylo Ren says, or Ben Solo at that time says, hey, Snoke told me to find you guys. And they're like, oh, yeah, it's Snoke. So
definitely like to see a story of how the Knights of Ren formed up to the point.
Or just Ren. I would actually rather just see the character of Ren.
Yeah.
Building the Knights of Ren, from the ground up.
Me too. I've always wanted that story. That and the Acolyte
Even a
story.
book. Even if they came out a novel, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. You'd have to read it though, Tom.
Yeah.
Speaking of other books, though, the last Battle Initiative question is: do you want, or do you think this story will tie in closely to the new Legacy?
It probably will. Soul's writing it, isn't it?
It is the same author, and it is Kylo Ren dealing with Vader and all that. But
I don't want. The answer is no. I don't want it. The answer is yes. It probably will.
Are we gonna get the mask talking to Kylo?
Him talking
the
to
Ren
Vader's
mask?
Yeah, like the Vader mask. The Vader mask talking to Kylo.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
My thing is, I wonder if the Legacy of Vader thing, and we talked about this before, and I'd actually rather see this than have too much Kylo Ren in there. I'd rather see it be like the Journals of Obi-Wan type thing, where we're learning about Vader's story through Ren finding it one way or another. Just like we heard, about Obi-Wan and the Water Wars on Tatooine and all that through Luke. I'd rather see something like that than I would like a story about, Ren talking to the mask and becoming more evil with the mask directing him or something. Like I'd rather see more Vader than I would Ren in this upcoming
fair
comic.
I don't think it will tie into this book. I don't think there's much can. I think this was a good 4 issues. They
Soul
kind
does
of
that shit all the time.
didn't leave any questions that they can tie into.
Mhm.
So, like, they're not going to take us back to that planet with a Fora or whatever. So, I don't think it will tie much into Rise of Kylo Ren.
Well, more connecting to episode 8 or going to episode 9. That's going to be more of going into.
I think
Rise
it's going
of
to connect
Skywalker.
more to 8. I think it's going to connect more to 8. I don't think he's going to touch 9.
I think the only way it'll tie, it may tie into Kylo Ren's relationship to the Knights of Ren a little bit, and then we may see. And actually, I would kind of like it if we saw some Knights of the Ren story where they go, Snoke sends them to hunt somebody or something, and it's the Knights and Ren going on a job somewhere in the universe or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, listen. Remember the end of the Kira storyline with the Knights of Ren? There was a couple of the members that were still there. They didn't get killed. Like when they totally different now. The group is
that
set.
would be later.
This would be after that.
Yeah,
No, after.
This whole comic takes place well after that.
Yeah, well, wait.
So there's still story with it. Like I wish they would come out with an ongoing Knights of Ren comic.
Yeah, they ain't doing that.
That'd be kind of cool.
It would be.
It wouldn't sell.
I buy it.
It could be a mini, but an ongoing, it wouldn't sell
Yeah.
as an ongoing.
Yeah.
A mini, they can get away with 4 to 6.
Yeah, you're right, man. Many more. I think ongoing series are
minis no matter what.
people aren't really buying like ongoing series as much. They rather there's a chance to span it more. Short story, 5 issues, 100
we could
covers.
definitely get that. I would be happy with that.
All right. All right, really quickly before we move into the next one, I'm gonna pull out some stuff because I have a whole box to open. So I'm gonna pull and show some stuff and talk real quickly. Then we're gonna get into Wayseeker's thing as I open packs, and I'll show you any hits that we get. But really cool. First off, shout out to Game & Co. where I actually play. Dude, check this out. So this is a mat. I won this one. They did raffles too, because you entered and you got raffles. So I actually was thinking about getting the other one because it actually has the squares to play, but I got this cool ass mat.
Oh, that's
This is
cool.
kind of the one I wanted anyways, because this is badass. This is the showcase for Maul, but as a mat. So that's pretty damn cool, especially considering I didn't bring a mat with me that day. I didn't bring anything with me that day. Something very interesting too. Their promo packs are now. This was last. Okay, here, let's see here if we can show you. This is weird what they're doing. This is the original one. It's in like a plastic, like a foil plastic. That's the original, like extra whatever shit they give you away when you play. Then they moved to this, which is a paper one for the second series. Now the third series is just aluminum. I haven't opened up any of them yet. But hell, they're not even labeling them.
I like the paper better.
Yeah, I like the paper better too. Captain Rex is pretty good. So I was looking. The reason
I love it.
What's that?
Dubs wants to know if you're going to hang the mat behind you.
No, not like some losers I know. No, so my theory behind this is I've opened up 3 pre-release kits so far. That's what I bought. And I wanted to see what came out of them. I will tell you this. I got no legendary cards. 0 legendary cards. If we remember the last series, my pre-releases, I'd get like 2 legendary cards per pre-release. This time I haven't got any. But the amount of... So it's... How many is it? Is it 4? It's 6. It's 6, right? In the pre-release? 6 packs. So I also bought a booster box. So we're going to open up the booster box, see if we can get luckier. However, the second pre-release pack that I did open, I did hit a showcase. And these things are looking great this year, man. I mean, this, as much as they did shittier stuff, this looks cool. But I will tell you something I found very interesting. In one pre-release kit, all the ones were cool. But somebody else hit a showcase, and in that, your rare card, the card that's the one before the last one, like as in like the special card, like that's where you're supposed to get the legendary if you get it, is upside down. The whole rest of the pack is perfect. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then my last pack that I opened that didn't give me shit out of any of them, my last kit, my last box, half the cards were upside down. I mean, I don't know what's going on with their packaging over there. But I'll open this up. I don't want to bore everybody with it, so I'll open it up and I will show you any hits we get while Wayseeker goes over. As far as how I did on the tournament, I went 2-1. It came down to what leader did I use? I had shit leaders. I had no leaders I practiced with. I ended up going with I caught Aja Ventress was one of the leaders I got. No, maybe Dooku, Django. I ended up going with whose shit did I go with? Did I go with Watto? I can't even remember who the hell I went with. Because I probably didn't use it. Oh, I had Voss. I didn't go with Voss. I ended up having a ton of green cards, so I went green, red, and hero side. So I had to use a hero. Who's green in the hero? Does anybody know off bat? Nope. Okay, good. Good chat.
You're the one. Yeah. We went over them last week. I'm trying to think. But I don't remember who green.
I'm trying to think about who it is too. I'm going to swing through these real quickly and see if I can remember who I went through. Sorry, it's been a long week.
Yep.
But either way, the guy I lost to was Ahsoka. They came down to the last play. He had to burn a card, not use its as played event, and then luckily get through it so that he could take me down because the next play I had him beat. It was a good game. That's what it came down to. I won a couple booster packs out of it. I came in second place, which is probably pretty good. Yeah. I think it really evens out. Like everybody's pack there was shit. Like nobody pulled legendaries, nobody pulled anything. So to have everybody have shit ass cards, I think that kind of helped out too. Like I think it's kind of healthy when nobody pulls anything that great because then you can play
like one legendary can just skew a pre-release so easily.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of where we hit. Oh, here we go. Here's my deck. I played a lot of 1 and 2 releases. Actually, you helped with a lot of stuff because I played. Oh, that's what I did. I went with Mace Windu, who people are saying is a dog shit card, and it kind of was. The only problem with it was that I didn't practice with him. I practiced a ton with Anakin, which I love. I practiced with Yoda. I practiced with a bunch. I even practiced with Grievous, but it played out that I had a ton of green. My rebels were looking good, and I just I got lucky in a lot of games, but it also was kind of I'm learning how to play, so did pretty decent. Anyways, that's
low curve really helps in these events too.
What does
low curve really helps in these events?
Yeah, that's what I went with.
If you get stuck with a one turn where you can't play, a game just snowballs.
Well, so that last game that happened 4, I couldn't play anything, so I had to pass on a 3. On 3, I had to pass till 4, and but he had me at 23 for 3 rounds. And I made my way back because then on my restores, and then I started getting all my big finishers. So, but let's see what this case looks like. I'll open it up, show you any of the things that are inside. But in the meantime, let's go over Wasteseek. Wow, I really do love the packaging on this. I mean, like the packaging and everything on this new set is really cool. The cards and the art, I think, are great. I think it's some of the best. But I'll start opening. You guys, Wasteseeker, let's go over the update on the book so that we're not here till 6 in the morning.
Yeah, I thought, but I was Mace Windu. Did the 1 damage? Did you able to kill off some units with that?
Yeah, that saved me in some of them.
I actually don't think it's awful because you can.
No, actually, because I had low cost, it helped a lot. And when I released them, I think he does something like he damages every unit that has damage on it. That helped me because I was able to wipe the board. Because when I got to 7. I was already at 23 on 30, right? So I'm 7 points away. But I pulled him out. I added in his lightsaber, which gave a +2, I think, on top of that, plus add some other stuff. Like, it just worked out so perfectly to ping everything down. And the guy was like, damn, after you did that, I didn't have anything left. So then he's like, I was worried I was going to lose it. And, it was very close. It really was close.
I actually think Mace could be good but I think it's one of those. It's a high skill type of card.
That's why I'm so good at it because I got such high skill. So
yeah, that's right.
All right. Yeah, no, it turned out all right.
We're looking at 5 variants. We're looking at Dark Horse today. We're gonna go through about 5 a week. We have 20 cards left to go through. This one was Dom's. Yeah, I think it's better way. Whichever way you want to do it. Can't see you though.
That's all right. I'll show it if I get it.
This is Dom's love child here. This is Star Wars Blood Ties. Boba Fett is dead. This is the 1 in 5 variant, which is surprisingly difficult to find. For being a 1 in 5, you'd think they wouldn't be that hard to find. But as JJ said before, some of these Dark Horse variants, the 1 in 5, 1 in 10s, can be kind of brutal. Just because it's hard to find, though, this is something we've said a lot of times. Just because it's hard to find doesn't mean it's worth anything. So this one in particular has had 2 9.8 sales this year. And the 9.8 sales, $76 and $50.
I got mine. I got mine for like
That's
maybe
cheap.
for like $90.
Yeah,
But I know it's
so
cheap.
That's
it's a
dude.
cheap 98, and there's not a ton on census, but not astronomically low. 25 of these things on census. So we'll look at some of the other ones about census numbers. Raw sales. There's been 3 raw sales in the last yearish. And
Sedin,
$17 for a raw, $30 for a raw, $30 for a raw. So
Duchess.
it can't
For
really go
sure.
cheaper, right? Like you can't go cheaper than $50 for 9.
Yeah, you can't. You
You know,
can't
yeah,
go cheaper. This is
exactly.
a 1 in 5 though, right?
Yeah.
You
So
can't get much cheaper than that.
I don't know the upside on this.
All day, I would buy these books. $50.
I know you would. You buy Boba Fett everything.
Well, but I'm saying 9/8. 9/8. You can't go on with $50 for 9/8.
Yeah,
Look at that.
I just don't know what your upside is. Unless you
5 copies just to have.
unless you're Dom who just wants to, have all of them in the world.
Exactly.
I'm not sure the upside of this book.
Fucking personal collection, man. I want all the fucking 9/8. But
I know you do.
Yeah, the only problem with this is there's other covers to it too.
There are.
Yeah.
This one I think is the coolest, but
you know what's
I
cool
do
about this cover? It
What's
gives you
that?
an indication. The way the color scheme is, he looks like he's in black armor. If you look from afar, like black armor, and then in the War of the Bounty Hunters, he had the black armor for the one issue. This and that.
Well,
But-
Ruben, what are you holding back for? It's cheap as hell right now.
yeah, I know. Like what do you need, Ruben? You can
Yeah,
afford
yeah.
this one.
Pick it up.
This one not anybody. BK can't afford it. I don't know where BK is. Kind of worried about BK.
No, I reached out to him. He's fine.
Okay, good. But everybody other than BK can afford this one. The Fan Club 2008. This one's fascinating because of the number of 10.0s on the census. This book, if you find a raw, most of these raws are in horrible condition.
Yeah, these are bad.
But there are 4 10.0s on the census. 199 on the census and only 8 9/8s on the census. That is a
That's
high
wild,
number
dude.
of 10.0s to 9/8s.
I
So-
just-
There's a number of 10/0s to 9/9s.
Right.
That's crazy. Wow.
It is really crazy for that one. I went back 3 years. There's only been one 9/8 sale and there's been one 10.0 sale. The 9/8 was $275. The 10.0 was $750. Both of them were from last year. $750 for a 10.0 isn't that outrageous.
No, because you can't get any minted in 10/0, can you?
No,
No.
that's it for now. Maybe someday.
They come out like 11.5.
But yeah, it's only come out with a 12.
Yeah, right? Some bullshit.
I mean, how these things are in bad position. So I don't want to the raws. I looked at them and there's
Because
nothing
it's a
near them.
gatefold cover, right? It's a gatefold cover, right?
It's a gatefold cover.
Yeah,
It's an
gatefold.
awesome
That's what
cover.
the gatefold. If you open the book, you get the crease. That's gonna.
Yeah, right. And so all the raws are like
Just
That's
tore
crazy.
the shit
9.2 or below. They just are.
up. Ooh,
So,
pretty.
$30, $40, $50 for the raws. If you get a chance to get a 9.8 for $275, buy that over the raws because the raws are really bad condition. Is my
Hey, if you get a
If he has
10/0,
two raws, neither are
it's
9.8.
$750.
It's hard
pick it up
to
too.
find a 9.8. I can't believe there's 4 10.0s on the census.
Yeah, dude, that's ridiculous.
That is.
So
No, you think
I
9/9?
have 2 raw and neither are 9/8.
You think 9/9 is like the pinnacle when you see a 9/9. Like, oh shit, the guy has a 9/9 book. So the guy goes, "Yeah, hold my beer." There's 2 4
Yeah,
10/0s.
especially
I know,
on this
right?
one though. Especially on this one though, man. Like
Shit.
this is like because of how long ago it came out, right? It's not
Right.
like or everybody says like, oh well, 10, but like some of those 10-0s did come out back then. People said
I have to think somebody found some in a warehouse somewhere.
Yeah, probably.
And we're like,
It's cardstock, right? The cover's a cardstock. It's like a cardstock type of cover.
they're a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
But,
still.
I mean, they got sent
The
in.
problem with cardstock covers is once you ding them up, you ain't undinging them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't press them out.
You can't.
Yeah, there ain't no fucking.
And they got sent to insider subscribers. So I think the 10.0s had to be things that were never sent.
Yeah, they had to be
Yeah.
stuff.
So
Warehouse.
fascinating that there was 4 of those. That was something I was not
It
expecting.
was left in
that
it was left in the factory. The people who put the book together.
Yeah.
Yeah, take these
Could
books.
be.
Dark Horse always has extras.
Dark Horse had pallets of extra shit laying
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
That's part of their problem. That's part of the reason why they went out of business. Well,
Yeah.
that's part of their problem now too. So,
Here we have Old Republic #1. This is another 1 in 5 variant.
Pleasure.
24 of these things on census. As you can see, compared to Boba Fett, same amount on census pretty much. 25 Boba Fett for census, 24 of this one. This one goes for a lot more than Boba Fett, which
Because
I don't know why.
Is it less copies of this?
No, they're the same on census. 9.8.
I know. I'm talking about the same, like the copies made, like overall.
No, Old Republic #1. Old Republic was around. Like this is after the game.
Yeah.
Like, so, but the sales there are 225 and
nice.
200. Oh, nice.
Nice. So good.
that pack had like almost all hyperfoils in it, but then gave a legendary. So it's 2 legendaries out of this case so far. Nice.
That's pretty good.
Right. Yeah.
225 for 9.8 for this one, with raw sales from between 40 and almost 80 over the last year. This is one I will say that if you want this one, I picked up my copy in a run. So sometimes people won't realize that they have the 1 in 5 variant when they sell the whole run. And so they'll sell the whole run for like $25. And you get the whole run and you get the variant in it. And so, because again, they're not marked as variants anywhere. And it's not like people are looking for these things as variants. So I think if you want this one, just keep your eyes on eBay for Old Republic. Just type in the 1 through 6, right? And see if you
Find
can
one that's
find
got
it
set. Yeah.
as a set.
Just type Old Republic period. You might be able to find it, or type the title also. Sometimes you just look Treaty of Peace, and people don't even put that. You just put Star Wars Treaty of Peace because they think
Yeah.
Old Republic.
Or Threat of Peace. Don't put in Treaty of Peace.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Threat of Peace. My bad. Sorry, that too.
You have
From
this
the
one, right,
old-
JJ?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. So I have one of these, but it's a cool cover. But I'm surprised that this one sells for 3 to 4 times more than the Boba Fett.
That's wild, bro.
This
So
one-
wild.
Is too
I
high.
think it's the first appearance thing too. That kind of
Yeah.
isn't it the first appearance of Satil Shan or whatever?
Satil. Yeah.
Mm.
Does that
I
matter?
like that. I'm surprised they've never gone back to her. She's a good character. This story's written well too,
It is.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
Not that a bag of shit and another one matters for anything, but
This is the author of this is the one who's writing the book that Dom could have picked up for free at NYCC. It comes out in the spring. But
Reign of Empire.
hey, he had to wait in line to hug people.
that's all
Wait,
Dom does.
and
So
I had to push somebody around that was lazy not to push himself.
No, don't do that.
Whoa,
Boo.
he can do that. It's his brother. I got 2 more to go through.
Yeah,
We
you
got
can't do
Vader
that.
and the Lost Command. This
Brother's
is
gonna
the
run over
Dark
his
Horse
fucking toes next
25th,
time he sees him.
25-year anniversary. This is a
love
1 in
that cover.
10. I know people love this cover. I have, I think a 9.6 of this one. I don't have a 9.8. There's only been one 9.8 sale in the last since like the really crazy pandemic highs, right?
I remember when I first started doing this, I took a picture of just like stuff I bought in the collection. That one was on top, and I was like, "It's kind of cool." At the time, the book was worth like $2.
Yeah,
Nobody
it's not
gave
worth
a shit.
the raws are not worth that much, but the 9.8, there's only 7 9.8s on census, so $200 was your last 9.8 sale back all the way in May of 23.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's going to get too much lower than that price because there's only 7 of them on census. So good luck finding them. And who's going to let this thing go in auction? Like, we know there's idiots out there that would do it, but it's very rare.
Well, yeah.
So
That's a shitty legendary.
yeah. But your raws, you're looking between 30 and 55 this year. 2 sold in May. Nice.
Dude, the reflections look really great. That Admiral Trench looks good.
Yep.
Right.
So,
Quick,
I mean, I think that.
quick note too. There's no real fix in this book, so don't buy.
Oh,
a
yeah.
9.6. Don't buy a 9.6 thinking you're gonna bump it up to a 9.8.
Nope,
no.
it ain't working. It is what
Nope.
it is. You got it the way you got it out of the box, my friend.
You know what? Like I said, 9.6s aren't that bad, but the fact is that I still can't believe that the price dropped from a 9.6 to a 9.8. Now you have 10.0s, you have 9.9s. What makes you think a 9.8 is going to be?
But you always had the thing that you're not stating, Dom, is you always had 10.0s and 9.8s. Once again, I mean, like, I think I had gotten more 10.0s previous to their announcement than I had post their announcement. Just to be honest with you, I think it's gonna be harder for people to get 10.0s now because a lot of publishers are directly sending their books directly in, so you're not going to be able to even have a chance at getting a 10.0.
And Dom, I think a big thing is how many 9.8s are on census. Like, I have no problem picking up a 9.6 if I want the book when there's only 7 9.8s on census. Like, the chance of me getting one of those 7 is pretty low unless, like, I find a raw that's going to grade that way itself.
And you don't even know because sometimes people just keep pushing the same book back into it, the 9.6s, so the 9.6 number could be inflated also.
Right.
Man, I pulled out another legendary. These boxes got tons of legendaries in them, apparently.
Look at you.
Oh, red. That's 4 legendaries already.
Yep.
And I'm halfway through the box.
Yeah. $10 is a great pickup, Wookie. Well done.
Yeah. Real good job.
All right, one more. The big book. What do we do with this book? Clone Wars 1, First Ahsoka. This is the DH100 limited to 1,000.
I can't believe Raws are still selling for that much. I'll be honest.
But let's see. There's 169 8s out of 1,000 copies on. That's a lot of 9.8s.
Yes.
Which makes me really skeptical that there's only 1,000 of these things.
Yeah, I mean that's what 15%.
16%.
How many 9.6s then?
But people kind of knew about this. They might have been keeping it in good shape.
Yeah, I mean,
you think about 9.6s? Probably have to.
These were, I guess they were, but people talk about back in the day when nobody cared about this book.
No, they're cheap. Not that nobody cared about them. They're just cheap.
Yeah, and
people did actually care about this book.
They gave this to shops too, right? Like,
yeah.
So I mean, like, how many of those were like shops that kept their copies and
yeah, they bagged and boarded as soon as it came in.
16.8%.
What is he talking about?
16. That's how many.
That's how many graded 9.8 out of 1,000.
Yeah, that's not that lot. That's not a lot, especially out of a book that people will at least.
I mean, the raw.
What year was this? Hold on. What year was this?
2008.
Yeah, that's probably after the 6 stuff. That's close. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still. You're right. There's still probably some people that were just giving it away for free. At that point.
I think you're right. I think the raw sale price is crazy compared to the 9.8 sale price.
Yeah.
Like,
especially
why
now, October dropping at 20. I mean, like, I don't know.
Why would you pay $1,500 for a raw when you can buy a 9.8 for $2,600? But it's hard to find.
No money.
It is harder to find a raw. I will say that it is harder to find a raw than a 9.8.
Yeah. It's not. I mean, people are going to keep on trying to grade copies and stuff, but like, I don't understand for the extra $1,000. You might as well guarantee yourself, because right now, if you buy a raw one of these, it's probably dog water.
Yeah, right? They probably cracked it after getting that.
Chance of getting a 9.8 raw, like, I don't know, unless you found somebody that's like, got a pristine collection, is really taking care of it. But.
Right.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, we'll track the census numbers, but I can't imagine this one's going to get too much higher for 9.8s, unless there's somebody trying to get a 9.9 and then they keep getting 9.8s over and over again. Like, it's possible. But
I don't know. I think this still might come down a little bit. I think there's some room for this to come back down, so I wouldn't be too.
It's hard to know. So you're still looking at about $1,000 for the regular. What's interesting though,
I just think when the guys give up with the raw sales that they've cracked already to try to get it and they haven't sold it, that eventually they're going to have to move those books, because this isn't a book that I think they're going to hold on to anymore, right? It's not a book that gets a ton of pub anymore like it used to. Mm-hmm. So when you're looking at things that might be able to move, in your head eventually that it's like, well, smart sellers do. Other ones are just trying to scam, but like,
I'm like, what's the pop for this that is going to go back up? Like,
I mean, 10,000
like season 2, like
it's never going anywhere near 10,000 again.
Yeah, I don't even. I don't even get back up to 4. I mean, what's going to make it? What's going to make it pop? What's going to make it increase in value?
Just over time, just regular.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, that's a steady climb. I'm talking like a spike
Yeah,
or
he's
something,
right because
not
it
an
has to
accurate.
go and hit the even out point.
Yeah. So I mean, if you bought in at like $6,000 for this book, you're gonna be holding it for a long time.
Oh, you're holding it. Yeah.
Yeah, you are, but some of those guys I think have to. I mean, we've seen it before with other books. They have to start getting out. Like,
Oh yeah, there'd
know,
be
I
some
mean-
people that cut bait and sell it cheap. Yeah, for sure.
you have to get out of it. Eventually, your bills have to be paid. A lot of those people too that did that, like a lot of people, and I'm not just saying this in general. Maybe it's not a lot of people. Yes, it is a lot of people, but you have to take this for the full. You gotta listen to the whole thing. A lot of people who took the advice of buy a book, crack it, press it, resubmit it, you'll get a 9.8. Those people have had a hard time with this downturn because they were buying at the height in the story, and we had heard it many times. We'd heard it when we were on other channels. We'd heard it while we're on this channel from other channels and from other people. Just buy it. The thing keeps going up. What happens? Even if you crack it, press it, stays at 9.6, you can sell it. By the time you get it back at 9.6, it's going to be worth way double at least what you had for it, right?
Right.
And it turned out to be the truth till it turned out to stop being the truth. And when it stopped being the truth, then people started having to lose. They started losing a ton of money, and they had to get rid of a lot of their stuff now.
Mhm.
And we see that across the board. Like I said, these guys that have the raws, they probably already pre-sent that twice. They've got rejected. Now they've got a book that they cracked, which I don't know what 9.6 sells for, but I think I would evenly guess that around the time that they had bought those 9.6s, it probably was around the $1,200 to $1,600 marker. So now they have to start getting rid of it because they have to recoup it. Not everybody has money to sit around and reinvest.
This kind of makes me wonder too, like if like how many like 9.4s are on the census are now raw copies. They cracked it to grade,
I agree.
didn't meet the
I
grade,
agree.
and now they got it back raw. And
I wonder how many 9.6s are too.
Yeah. I mean, you could sell it. You might be able to make money that way, to be honest. I hate that people can do that, but you might be able to buy a 9.4 for under $1,500 and just crack it.
Like if you can find like a 9, even like a 9.2 or something, and then just sell it as a raw copy is.
Yeah, but you got to get a 9.2 that doesn't look like. Well, no, there's dumb fucks.
I mean, there's ones you can make look a little bit better that are probably not going to be 9.8 and still ditch it as a raw. But
holy shit, how many vanquishes are you going to give us?
So here's my question for this book: would you rather have this, or would you rather have a newsstand that is 9.8?
I'd rather just have this because I mean, you're not just like the market on this is so fucking upside down that you're what newsstand of what?
That's
of
the
this
regular
book,
cover.
Of this
Clone
book
Wars
too?
No,
not this one.
just
Oh,
regular
yeah,
old Clone Wars.
regular.
Doesn't have a newstand.
Oh, I'd rather have this.
Clone Wars
I'd rather
1,
have this.
newstand, regular, or this.
I think newsstands are a little more niche than even these are. Like, I mean, everybody at this point in the comic game understands variants. I think to some people, newsstands are even less understandable, therefore a little more niche on the market.
Yeah.
So I think if I was buying in now or something on like let me put it this way. It's going to take you a long ass time to find a buyer for that newsstand copy, I think, compared to this.
No, damn it. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think you had a showcase there? You looked
I
excited.
did. It did. It felt heavy. Yeah.
But it wasn't. No.
It was not. It was a hyperspace Anakin, probably one of my favorite cards in this deck to play, to be honest with you.
Would you rather have this one than a newsstand? I don't know. I think I'd rather the newsstand. I also don't like this cover, but I don't really like either cover.
Yeah, and both covers kind of suck.
I think I like this. I think the
Filoni
significance of this
special.
cover.
Dave Filoni.
Right,
Yeah.
but I think that's why, like, the significance of the cover is why I would
Yeah,
go for
you
this
got to
one.
love it because it snips. There you go.
Oh, there we go. We got these actually do all right. I
Yeah.
actually like how they hyperface or how they did the
Anyway, that's what we got to this week. Next week we'll do 5 moderns. We'll go back and forth for a couple weeks. We'll get them wrapped up before
2 packs left. This is perfect timing. 2 packs left. Good timing here. Oh man, Padme, just a terrible shit card. I mean,
too bad you only have a hyperspace or you already have a good one.
I know. Yeah,
You know what's
I'm probably
funny?
gonna.
So you had the voice actress over at the con from Amiga, the one that does Amiga.
This card
There was a lot of girls dressed as Amiga, which was
It's encouraging.
crazy. Her last outfit when she grew up at the end and she was heading off to the with the rebellion, and then her outfit when she was on Camino, and then also they had a couple of Bad Batch armor.
No, nice. You got a good box.
Decent.
Got 5 legendaries?
Yeah, 5. And I have 1 pack left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. What was that? What did you say, Dom? So
I would say that you had a lot of girls dressed as Amiga to go see the voice actress that does the voice.
Yeah, that's how you're gonna. What else are you gonna dress in? I guess. How come? All I wanted was Anakin to play in the pre-release, not 1. I got like 5 Anakins in this box.
How it goes. You gotta do the best of the cards you got,
dude. I think I'm a gutter player. You put me in a gutter, I'm gonna beat you. If you give a person all the resources, they're gonna, because they played this type of game so much, they're just gonna outplay me on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cool. I just got a Ventress. This is nice because I hadn't gotten a Ventress yet. That's weird. This is gonna be a tough set. What? No, it's a unique. The uniques are tough here, man.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe that Inquisitor in the Luke book is Ventress.
I'll be interested in what's the legendary that's going to be worth the money. I don't know.
Why is this card? Why did they even print this card? This is the worst card I've ever heard in my life. It says, when played, choose an opponent. They shuffle their discard pile and put it on the bottom of their deck. Why would you do that?
I mean, it might be useful if they're playing Smuggle. It would kind of screw them up a little bit. Maybe.
I mean, if somebody has cards for recursion, they can't recur them anymore from the discard pile.
Yeah, fair. Yeah. So for 1 card?
If it's ever meta, you could in the future.
Mundi is not bad. It's 5/5/7. Second card each phase. You may draw 2 cards.
Oh,
if you coordinate it, it's draw 2, and it's a 5/5/7. That's a good legendary.
No, it's a good card.
Deal 5 damage to a unit, 3 damage to say. This card's badass. It's 6, but it's badass.
It's hard for 6, yeah. You got
it does 3, 2, and then I think it does 1. So
it has to be different units. So you have to have a wide board. Your opponent has to have a wide board.
There's a lot of wide boards, though. I mean,
I know.
I mean, because some of the things, especially some of the cards, how you're playing, especially because people try to play the coordinated cards, so they're gonna have a wide board on coordinated cards. Plus, you have all your added. That's the one thing that sucked. Like in the draft, nobody really had, like, people had very minimal cards to make troopers or make like either form of the 2 troopers, which kind of sucked because isn't that what you want to do with this series? Like in the pre-release, you want to fucking throw your deck out there.
Yeah,
for this phase,
those themes are really hard in draft. You just have to have a whole deck that's centered around making tokens. And you just don't get enough cards in a draft to make that possible. So
you control fewer you control fewer units than the opposition. You get ambush. You can return this unit and each upgrade on her to the owner hand. I mean, that Ahsoka card is gross, man. That is good. It's a 3/3/4, and you can keep returning it to your hand. Which every time you return to a hand, it heals too, which is kind of dope.
Yeah.
I can't believe the Sabines are. Each unit gains action. Discard card from. Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, there's actually like all those are playable legendaries. That's better than the one where it's.
Oh yeah.
Do damage.
The last set had so many crappy legendaries.
So many crap legendaries. I don't know. I just don't know what I'm going to do. This is good for legendaries, but I hit a showcase. So what we're probably going to do is we're going to pull out another. We talked to the shop. They're going to run another pre-release because right now till the 8th, you can only buy anything during a pre-release thing. You can't buy outside that pre-release window. So we're going to have a second pre-release at the store. Can we do that? I think we can do that.
If I'm using a product, they can do that.
Yeah. So we're going to do a second pre-release at the store. And now my debate is, do I buy another booster box or do I buy 3 more? Do I buy 3 more?
I mean, what are they selling the boxes for? I mean, you can buy them online for like $90, right?
Yeah, I mean, with my discount, I think it's probably almost similar. It's whatever the difference is. Pre-release and the box costs the exact same price. So if you buy whatever, I mean, you buy like I think it's 2 or 3 pre-releases. 3 pre-releases equal a booster box, so it's the same price.
4.
Is it 4?
Yeah,
6 packs. Yeah.
So I think, well, either way, whatever it is, it's the same price for it. So, so I got to buy at least 1 more booster box so I can even it out. But on the booster box, out of 3 that I opened, 0, absolutely 0 legendaries.
You need the legendaries for your deck building.
I know.
So
Yeah. I'll be honest with you, the uniques that I got were really a lot nicer. You had a lot stronger cards in that than what I got. I mean, luckily I had played with the singles before, so I knew what to do with them, but there's a lot of people that were hurting during that pre-release. So, I mean, they won't be next week, but oh well. All right. Well, that's all I got. Too bad I didn't pull another showcase, but I got some legendary cards, which are pretty dope. I have Motor City Comic Con coming up this week. We'll have a special guest. I don't think he'll be here on Sunday, though. I think he's taking off by then. It's not, everybody knows. Corbin's coming into town. So we should have some good stuff. I don't know what next week looks like, but we'll have content for you. We'll have something for you. There's something I'm working on.
We'll get the next part of the story going.
Yeah, and there's something I'm working on.
I'll try to get some story in, some toys, more toys. There's a couple of things that to put together.
Cool.
What are you working on?
I think we'll enjoy it. It has something to do. It's not technically comic related. It's called it's called Star Wars History What the Fuck Moments, or WTF Moments, and I think it's going to be pretty funny. It's kind of like you did that story about George. There's something that we kind of mentioned last week. We brushed it off. I've gone back. I got a whole. Hey, dude, maybe I should have just introed it like this. Let's see. I think I've got a whole render for us for it someplace.
I haven't even seen this yet.
Yeah,
real time.
So that's the demo for the upcoming thing. Hopefully I'll have it. I didn't have enough time to cut through that and do the cuts for the
Was the font at the end, is that Star Wars font or the Price is Right font?
That is, it's called Chunk 5, which is the font. Yeah.
There's a lot of them. Like, that's a series that can go on for like 7 years straight.
Yeah. There's one, like, I don't know if you guys checked the chat, but after last week's show, I was like, man, I think I remember something. And then I had to go back and look it up. And I was like, oh, I forgot this shit. And then it got to a point where I was like, oh, I didn't even know that. I didn't. There's actually a character now in High Republic that's based off of a fucked up mock-up of a toy. So we will get into that. We'll get into a bunch of other stuff too. So
nice.
We'll
I'm
do
excited
some of those.
for that one. That's gonna be a fun segment.
Yeah, cool. So I'm gonna do that. I think it's gonna be a little bit more fun. I know comics are what they are. Till we get some good stuff, there's not much to go on in it. But I think
I tell you what, these stories they have now are pretty good.
Yeah,
The one story they have now is really good.
Yeah, much better than what they had. Fucking goddamn
6 months ago.
Crazy, exactly. So
yeah, it is. And
I mean, and there's a couple of High Republic one. I mean, the one High Republic story that we're getting with Barnabas and the Planet X, that's a good story too.
Yeah, the one story but don't give me any more. Oh, cool.
Adventures, I agree. But and the mainline High Republic isn't that good either. But there are some other good stories out there. But I'm hoping the reboot gives them a chance to realize that what they're doing now isn't working, and that's really what they're going to focus on. Is more stories like what we're getting in.
They got to put more Marchand Row in friggin' stories.
Yeah, we got to get to there. We do. We really got to get to the Marchand Row.
Definitely.
Yeah. So anyway.
All right. Well, that's it. Look for this segment once again next week.
What the fuck?
Feel free to put in chat.
History.
Hold on. What?
Feel free to put in chat what your WTF moments are for future.
Cool. Hopefully we'll have some more fun nights. I think we're gonna go that. I think we're gonna go that route a little bit more. Also, if you see Pete, tune into TAC. Oh, I don't think he's gonna be there, but we're gonna drill him. We've got, speaking of pictures, we got Ruben pictures, we got Pete pictures. That dude's never painted a fucking room in his life. Did you guys see how he dressed for that? Did you see that?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Okay, we'll talk about
Cleaning up
that.
a chemical spill.
Holy shit, dude! Yeah, you would have thought the fucking zombie outbreak occurred.
So
Cleaning
it's
with-
so embarrassing
cleaning
that
with
he decided not to
asbestos.
show up next week.
I think so. Like, it's very embarrassing.
Ooh,
It's so,
I can't wait.
like, dude. Hey, dude. At one point, I go, "Hey, don't. Why the fuck did you tape that up? Why did you tape up the crown molding? Like, it doesn't matter because you put the crown molding back up." He goes, "There ain't crown molding on this fucking floor." I'm talking about the ceiling. He's like, "There ain't crown molding on the ceiling." I was like, "Oh, why you got paper bags and shit everywhere?" Dude, I don't know, man. And then he's like, "Oh, I'm exhausted from." No wonder you're exhausted from painting. I don't know what the shit you were doing. And you looked like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Like, what are we doing here, guy?
I thought he was like cleaning out asbestos.
Yeah.
We know we're still on. Yeah, we know we're still on.
I thought he was joking. No, yeah, we know we're still on. I thought he was joking in the beginning. I really did. When he showed that, and then he said, "I didn't know these had sizes." I thought he was just like saw it in the store and was like, "Oh, that's funny. These don't have sizes." Spoiler alert: we don't have a lot of crossover for tax, so they won't know this. You go ahead, Dom. You can show something if you want.
No. I was just picking something up.
So the spray painting. If you like use a sprayer, like a paint sprayer.
Yeah.
You know the suit you use for that? You know what? Because it comes back on your clothes. You have a full it's like a cloth type suit that covers your face around here. Well, fucking Pete bought one of those to paint the walls, not the whole fucking place, just the fucking walls in his sunroom. Which, by the way, it looks like an 8x8, right? Or 10x10, whatever. You know what I mean? It's not like he's painting the master bedroom. Was that Jay?
I said with rollers, mind you.
Yeah, with rollers. So he goes, "Shit, I didn't know these had sizes in them." And I was laughing. I was like, "Dude, yeah, they got sizes." I thought he was making fun of himself for being short. No, he bought a 2XL fucking spray painter outfit. Okay, then put it on and proceeded to roll paint.
He's my size.
Yes. He then had to give
work.
up. He then had to give up because he said the shit's way too fucking hot. And I was like, well, yeah. First off, you're supposed to have ventilation going in those because, like, you don't spray paint inside a house, especially without ventilation. But then, JJ, tell me this: have you ever painted a room before, JJ?
I have.
What the shit was he taping off?
I don't know. A lot of
He
stuff.
must have used 4 rolls of fucking tape.
A lot of fucking tape.
And then you know how they got the you can use plastic or paper for the floor. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he must have used a whole fucking roll of paper, but he didn't put it on the floor. He like put it up in the corners. So I thought,
why?
I thought he was covering crown molding, and he was covering shoe molding. He's like, I don't have any fucking molding.
Well, listen, if you do tape, you tape the corners.
All right.
We are
going to have a fundraiser so that we can pay somebody to paint Pete's house. Because Pete needs to never paint ever again.
He said he did a good job. What are you saying, Dom?
I'm saying if you're painting, you say you paint the walls one color and you paint the ceiling another color, you tape the outline of the wall going towards the ceiling so you can paint the ceiling.
Yeah, that's what you normally do.
Yes. Here's a shortcut for everybody. Very easy shortcut. Put up fucking molding. Because you can always go short on the molding, and then when you put the molding up, when you staple it up, guess what? You don't have to paint all the way up to the line and get it on your fucking ceiling. You can leave 1 inch there because the molding is going to be 2 inches.
Yep.
So you're looking at your molding, aren't you?
Yeah.
I guarantee you, if you pull that fucking molding down, somebody didn't paint all the way up to the fucking ceiling on that bitch.
No,
absolutely didn't.
You don't need to.
I had no room to talk. My bathroom is 90% finished. I should take pictures now, except for I cannot get. They fucking built that room. The builder built the room on a millimeter diagonal. So, do you see what I'm saying here?
Oh yeah.
So when I'm trying to put in like
things just a little bit, you got to cut things a little bit more.
Yeah, so like, but try to fit a transition piece with like
brutal.
A diagonal millimeter section. I'm fucking losing my shit on it. So I'm gonna have one of my buddies who are a professional do it. But I got the rest of it in, and I got the sink in, I got everything else in.
For more DIY,
yeah,
I'm figuring the Wednesday night attack.
Dude, I'll tell you this: those waterproof click-in floors. Fuck yeah, baby. Fuck yeah.
I was thinking of a segment. Speaking of old segment, my bargain. I'm thinking about how we can bring back your spices into Star Wars rankings.
No, we are definitely not doing a tier list for. Was it My Barton Comic that wanted to do spices, or was it
He
Doug?
did
Yeah.
spices on Hack. Remember, it was it was such a disaster that he's
One of
never
the worst
got back to
shows
the
ever.
first
People fucking tuned out. Yeah.
But
Hey, we'll
I
give
think we
anything a
could
try.
do Star Wars foods ranking. Might be, and we could see how that one goes.
Yeah, we can give anything a try. Yeah, I mean, I just want to I don't know, man.
Just in memory of my bargain's greatness of spices.
Yeah, that's probably a good one. That's probably a good one to go after.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you have any other DIY questions, you just mail them over and we'll take care of it.
You got Bob Vila over here, and you got
Bro, I'll tell you, on my second floor underneath the stairs, I have an area. So I stored, at one point, I moved some comic book long boxes up there, get them out here, like stuff that I don't want to look at for 10 years. So I laid like Brazilian cherry up there because they had done it to my bathroom when that bathroom had a leak. So we had it pulled out. I had my boys come and take care of it because I have a bunch of boys who are contractors. So they came out, took care of the whole thing, threw all the shit up. He threw it down. But then I looked at it, I was like, well, what the fuck? And I didn't know shit about any of this. So I was like, how hard could this be to lay? It wasn't that hard. And they give you buy it by the box. You can't buy it by the fucking piece.
Right.
So I was like, I got all this extra. So I just ran it and laid it myself. And I was like, oh, wow.
That's hard until you get your diagonal millimeter stuff.
Yeah, it wasn't hard. So I could, okay, this click stuff was harder. It's harder than hardwoods. Like, I understand why a box of hardwood flooring is like $600 for that Brazilian shit. And this stuff was like, well, I mean, it was on deep discount because Low Grenadiers going out of business. But, I think it's $80 for the same square footage. Like, I get it because, like, that shit's easier to install. You use a little bit of space, but whatever. Here, the shit, like, you're like, oh, I fucked up a half a box just trying to get it in place the first time. But boxes by the end, I went and bought a new box. It was $2 for like a box. Yeah, so fuck it. But this bathroom's nice as shit because now they also had the soundproof flooring. I actually don't even know what to do with it. I might put that in this room on the walls because it's soundproof. The soundproof flooring pads, which is the underlayment, dude, they had boxes of that shit, 90 square feet for $20.
That's great.
Fuck. Yeah, so now that bathroom's like tits. It's tits, man. Whatever.
Yeah, when you hit the big
That's
one,
expensive stuff usually.
When you lay in the big douche, you can't hear someone screaming in there. So
yeah, that's what I want. I got kids grunting everywhere. I'm about to take up the Brazilian stuff and throw the rest of the shit up in that one. So so I don't have to hear them grumbling when they're hitting their gruddles, dude. It's like, damn, bro. Damn, man. Anyways, all right. Well, that's it. We're out of here. We've talked now about poop. So yeah, we're leaving. See y'all later. See you next week. Wait, how did you fuck?
It's supposed to end when you end, it's supposed to be done. Go
yeah, it says stay in the studio until